All right. It says I'm waiting. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Oh, Sheena said she was at your house and then remembered I was going live
Sheena was at my house.
at Nora's house.
I'm
She
off on Thursday.
she must have thought that. Let me mute this. Okay,
Thank
there we
you,
go.
Sheena. Thank you, Sheena.
Sheena went there. Good morning, everybody. Who we got? How many we got in the house?
Looks like
I don't,
seven.
Oh,
hey, Dave and Kathy. How are you doing, guys? Dave and Kathy are the traveling tramps. So if you haven't had an opportunity to see them, they go all over in their RV, and they're such wonderful people. And we're always
Yeah,
in the UK. If you guys to get a chance to see, they're on my like featured channels, and they do a lot of exploring and everything else. Good morning, Michelle and Lisa. I've got this thing that keeps popping up on my computer for iCloud, and I keep having to minimize it. Did anybody upgrade to Windows 11?
nope.
I don't think
No.
so.
Yeah, it keeps telling me I have
Yeah.
to, and I'm like, I don't have to. Don't tell me.
Yeah,
Don't
Just
tell
try.
me what I want to do and what I gotta do. You're better Siri.
yeah.
Yeah.
My computer says the same thing every once in a while. Update to Windows 11. No, not doing
Well,
it.
actually, I did some research on it, and they say it's pretty good. Because I was like, is this safe?
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, if I had my original computer, that I lost in my house, then I would probably do it. But with my daughter's laptop, I'm not worried about it.
Right. Hey, Dawn, welcome in. You didn't either. Really trying to push it. Yeah, It started when I turned my computer on this morning because I hardly ever get on my laptop. I do everything on my phone, but sometimes I miss comments or any of that stuff on there, and so I have every so often get on my laptop. Did you see the new feature in YouTube Creator Studio where it'll show you when you put a short up, it'll show you how many people clicked on it and how many people didn't click on it?
Hmm.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, but I wish they would do the same thing on videos, like how many people actually clicked on it and didn't click on it. So it'll
Hmm.
tell you like 65% didn't click on my last short.
To
Guess I
make
need
it
to do a little
simple
research.
instead of the click through rate, which a lot of people don't understand that how that works, the percentage.
Right.
Yeah.
The analytics is crazy because it tells me how many watch hours in YouTube, but YouTube Creator gives me a whole different number. So I think I'm getting ripped off.
Yeah, a lot of people are
I
complaining
was
about that. They
suspicious
get
and
different numbers from a few different places. I'm like, well, it is what it
yeah.
is. There ain't nothing you can do about it.
Right.
Hmm.
Exactly. Like, do I have
But
this number or don't I?
well, I think if somebody clicks on your video and they're like, and then they just hit the like button and click back out, I don't think it registers.
Mm-hmm.
So if they
Yeah.
sit there for so long, then it's going to
Hmm.
register. They have to sit there for like 2 minutes or whatever, and then it'll
Right.
probably register and show up that way.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
heard
just,
it's 30 seconds you have to stay,
yeah,
but I could be wrong, but that's what I heard when I first started YouTube, that you have to stay 30 seconds so they get credit for that view. Even
Okay.
though
Yeah.
that's not going to help their analytics, because if you only stayed 30 seconds, that really doesn't look great in your
No.
right.
analytics.
And usually the sub doesn't stick. So, hey, Susan, you lurking, huh?
Yeah, I used to stick around in everybody's lives, watch two or three of them at the same time, but I can't do it no more. We're just one computer. So it makes it
Right.
really hard. But I do my best with what I got now. So,
Sheena, I don't think it matters if they give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
yeah.
From what I heard, doesn't matter if you don't like it. Still, yeah, I'm getting credit for you sitting there watching it. Okay,
Yep.
so well, how many we got in the house here? We got 11. All right. So, Mark. So Mark had a very unfortunate accident, and maybe about 2, 3 months ago,
November 26th.
November 26th. So, which Michelle saying? Okay. So he had a very unfortunate accident. He lost his home and everything. So, we're trying to help Mark get back together. And he's right now you living in Arizona, and he does have a 10-year-old daughter. So he's going through some really tough times right now, and I figured we're going to all reach out and try to help him out. Mark, I'm not sure your PayPal links and all that stuff, but I'm going to tell him just to go to your channel, and they can click on all the different links there. Any way you guys can help him out, will be much appreciated. So
Yeah,
um,
everything's in my about section. I mean, there's a GoFundMe in there for a raffle and stuff that's coming up. Just if you go to the GoFundMe and you donate $10 for a number on a wheel, then just make sure you leave a comment with your channel name so it can be put on the wheel without using your real name. Because if you got using your real name, then we're really not going to put it up there. So just leave your channel name, and then you can donate as many as in $10 increments, all you want, and every $10 will get you a number on the wheel. If you buy 4 numbers, you'll get the 5th one free. So, and there's a lot of good raffles and stuff that are prizes that were donated from other channels and everything that's going to be out there as well.
So there's different raffles going on. Why don't you make sure on your channel you put all the different links of all the different raffles? I am going to be also doing a raffle, and it'll be for a drone. So I'm hoping that will bring in quite a lot for you to help you out. If you guys can, gift cards, any kind of building materials, anything would help him out tremendously. Hello,
Yeah, I mean,
Herman. Good eats.
like I said, I have a number of ways to donate. Everybody's like, make sure you put everything out there you can. So I have the GoFundMe that Simply Jan Homestead did up for me, and I have my Zelle, my PayPal, my Cash App. And if anybody wants to send gift cards for Lowe's or Home Depot, they can just email me, and I'll give them my address, and they can ship them out. And then, like the other raffles, once the other raffles get it all figured out, then I'll put that all in my about section as well, because there's 2 other ones that are going to be going on, and plus now you're talking you're going to have one too, so that'll be another one I can throw on there as well.
Flippin' Crazy Lisa asked do you sell stuff?
No, I don't sell anything.
She also said call it a fundraiser, not a raffle. Raffles are against TOS. What's TOS on YouTube?
Terms of service.
Okay, so
well, that's good to know. That might be something to look into, because you definitely don't want it to come back bad in any way.
So thanks Lisa for that suggestion, because
a fundraiser. Okay.
Call it a fundraiser. Okay. I'm not sure, Lisa, if he sells stuff or not.
No, I don't sell anything.
Okay. So I mean, call it a fundraiser. Maybe let the people know so you don't get I guess would it be a strike, or would it be just they'll delete it? I'm not quite sure. So Mark, just tell everybody a little bit about you and everything, so people will get to know who you are and the different things that they can do to help you out.
Well, I'm a single dad of a 10-year-old, and I mean, we were trying to build we were building our tiny home and our tiny little homestead farm, whatever anybody wants to call it. And we were just going to raise small animals, just quail, chickens, and rabbits, and probably some ducks if we ever got a pond put in. Just try to keep it small and just kind of, grow our own foods and everything as well. We wanted to get a garden going and everything, and then possibly a greenhouse. Then unfortunately, I mean, we started out living in an apartment, and I left the apartment, and then we lived in a carport for 6 months. And then we got my tiny home structure built enough to where we could get into it. And then, November 26th, we lost it all in the fire, everything we had except for my barn, my carport. So, I mean, it's a lot. It chokes me up every time I talk about it.
I can understand, because that's devastating. Anytime you drive by and you see a fire truck and you look, and it's like devastation. It's like you can recover from certain things, but fire is just, there's no recovery for it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was everything I had. I live on $1,100 a month, and it took every penny I had just to have it the way that we had it. And every month, if I had an extra $50, I put into it. Um, and it just now it's like I don't know what to do. If my brother lent me his old RV, and we'll be staying in that once I get back to New York. But luckily, my girlfriend was, she was nice enough to give me a round trip ticket to come out to Arizona to stay with her for a little while to kind of get away from it and kind of find myself and work on things, because I was starting to lose myself with all the depression and everything that come along with the house
Mhm.
fire. So, and even my 10-year-old daughter, I mean, she's the sweetest thing. She's like, Daddy, I know you need to get away, so go. I'll miss you, but you need to go. So, what, there ain't many 10-year-olds that'll do that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Somebody drop a link in the chat if you could. I got some mods in here, right? Got a few mods. So somebody drop his link if they could. Nor can you, or because I
Yeah,
I can
can't.
just,
get it.
I can do it as well. I got my cell phone on too, so that way I
Oh,
can
Yeah,
read the
if you
chat.
want to
oh,
in the chat type woman. So hey Adam, how are you? Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I may have missed. Um,
Yeah, and I'm only like 6 subscribers away from 600. So
nice.
I've
that's right.
gained I've gained like 100 and like 170 subscribers or something in the past month or whatever. So that's not too bad. But
Wow.
I've also changed up my channel a little bit. I've been doing more interviews of, people living in tiny homes on
Hmm.
wheels, people turning sheds into houses. I'm trying to get with people that are doing off grid, people that are doing
Yeah.
yurts. I'll even interview people that are living in their RVs full time, or vans or schoolies or anything. Just different options, because I was kind of doing my own research of, what am I going to do? Um,
Mm.
Trying to find the cheapest and easiest way to do everything without spending a fortune, and to be able to get a roof back over my daughter's head and mine so she has her own room again. Um, so I said, why not share my research with everybody else? So I think it might be something I'll stick with for pretty much full time.
Right.
I also
Yeah.
have an interview coming up next month where a lady lives in a 40-foot shipping container.
Cool.
I've seen those before on the Learning Channel and how they converted it, and I can't remember what show that was, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I've been in the tiny homes for a long time, and that's what made me go tiny. It's like I want to live cheap as possible with my income,
Hmm.
and I went down to Tennessee for a while. I remember 4 years ago or something, and I went to Alabama first to help a friend out in her house because she bought a house and she wanted it remodeled and did certain things. So I went and did that for her. And then I stopped in Tennessee because there were some people in the tiny home community that seen my work and they wanted me there. And I ended up
Hmm.
staying there like 6 months, and I
Wow.
did some work for them. So I got a whole bunch of people from there that I'm hoping to be able to get up on my lives as well. I got 2 of them that are doing it right now. So
Well, that's good. So anybody new coming in, there's a bunch of how'd you say fundraisers now? Let's say fundraisers. So yeah, reach out to everybody so that give Lisa a suggestion because she knows about those. But
yeah, I
I
mean,
will also.
anybody that follows my channel will keep updated on the fundraiser. Or you go over to Backwoods Misfit, and that's where the raffle or the fundraiser and everything's going to be for everything. So, and he keeps updated on everything. And then I brought him over on my channel last week, I think it was, and we talked about a few things.
Yeah, it's so I'm going to be also doing a fundraiser because I'm going to donate a drone, and it is a brand new drone. I've had it for a while. I had a drone before, and I crashed. I crashed it, and all I did was break.
One crashes their drone.
It was my first drone. Okay, so I
Yeah.
crashed it, and I broke just one propeller. So I contacted the company and I said, "Can you send me another propeller?" Well, they sent me a whole brand new drone. So it's just sitting there, and I want to donate it. So I'm sure that's going to bring in a little bit of cash and anything it would help him right now. So hey, everybody new that's coming in. So
What
Off the
brand
hook, I
drone
asked.
was that, LB? What brand? Something Stone, wasn't it?
yeah, Holy Stone,
Holy,
and
yeah.
it's a good drone. It didn't work for me. That's why I crashed it because I'm out in the forest in the middle of nowhere, and the
It needs a signal or something to that effect.
yes,
Okay.
it needs a signal.
Yeah.
What what did Ted say in here? I must have missed it. Okay, here we go, Ted. Uh, he says, "When are you plan on going back?"
I plan on going back to New York March 15th. I fly back. I interviewed Off the Hook here just a couple weeks ago, too. That was a pretty good
Okay.
interview.
I say try to get on everybody's that you can, and so everybody can um, pass the word and help you out in any way they can. Um, when you first monetize, the proceeds. Okay. Oops. Kind of click. This thing keeps popping up on iCloud. I keep having to minimize it. It's messing me up. Hey, Mrs. Kayak, how are you? Good to see.
Yeah, welcome in, everybody. It's hard for me to kind of say hi to everyone, so I'll just say it all at once.
Yeah, that's me too. It's hard for me to follow everybody. So,
Yeah. It's
um,
like when I do my interviews and stuff, it's hard for me to chime
Yeah.
everybody in. I do my interviews, and then if I catch a break, then I'll kind of keep up a little bit if I can. But
Yeah.
if I miss somebody, I'm sorry. That's all I can say.
yeah. Hey, Wells. Hey, Petter. Who else am I missing? So, Cinema Girl said she friended you up. Make sure if you guys do connect to Mark that you do watch one or two videos because those 30-second videos do not count. I know for sure. I tried to a couple times. It doesn't work. I know everybody's busy and stuff. Just put it in your watch later or catch up. I mean, that's what I have. I have two different playlists that I can two different ways to save it. So
Yeah, and
try
I
to.
always try to connect back too. So, it just you connect to me, I connect back and do the same thing. It's just the best. But sometimes I miss that though, and then I go back in later. Well, I thought I already connected to them, but apparently I didn't.
Yeah, that's happened to me too. I mean, Cinema Girl is one. I said I could have sworn I connected to her, so we connected back. Um, so yes, this particular Holy Stone, Ted, is kind of in the middle, but you don't need a license to fly it. You just need to know what you're doing. Unlike me, you should not crash it. So yeah, that's how I crashed it because it was going away from me, and I was like, no, and I'm in the middle of the forest, so it was just like going on about its business, and I just kept hitting buttons, and next thing you know, bam, it fell right to the ground. The only thing that was damaged was one propeller. So
I
I
gotta
said,
say that's great customer service. If they send you a whole entire drone,
whole entire drone. So
I
what
bought a
else?
mini drone and I told them I broke a propeller and I thought, well, because the one flew off the minute I fired it up, and I told them, I'm like, I didn't even fly this thing, and the propeller flew off, and they were like, well, we'll sell you a propeller for $10. That's the best they would do. Otherwise, they were like, well, sorry. I was like, wow, that is not good customer service.
No,
Right.
no, it's
Yeah.
not. It's not. And okay. Yeah. So I was like, wow, you really didn't have to do that, but now I got two drones, and I ended up going to Amazon and getting another little propeller. And so I said, if I crash this one again, I crash it, but I'll eventually upgrade to something that's going to work for me out in the forest. Um,
Oh, yeah.
Randy says woman flyers should not be allowed. Okay. Good morning, Brian. So we were just
Sponsored by someplace.
what happened?
Yeah, they. Oh, that's funny. Some Blazer, the company that sends you all the products to review. That's funny.
Oh, some police.
Yeah.
I swear it's like some police are just like going crazy sending stuff.
Or what's the other one? Raker. It'll be a
Say
Raker.
Saker.
Saker
Yeah,
drones.
No,
You're-
Saker does. They did the chainsaw, and they sent me a buffer, but it's like, okay, it's snowing. I can't really use a
Oh,
buffer.
they did send you the buffer?
Oh yeah, a while ago.
I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, now they got a buffer and everybody's got the buffer.
yeah. It's like, yeah. Lisa, I'm gonna try to get on there today. My mother has some run around I got to do for her.
Yeah, I think Flipping Crazy probably seen the thumbnail where I was supposed to go on a live the other day with a lady. I can't remember the channel's name right offhand to kind of promote my channel and stuff. But I ended up getting home late, so I missed it.
Oh, okay. So
That's
anybody
probably
new in the chat, this is Mark from Little Ridge Farm, who Mark unfortunately had a tragedy of losing his home in a fire. So we're all trying to get together, different channels to, try to help him out. And anything will help out. He's trying to rebuild. So, Lowe's, not Home Depot. I work at Lowe's, so I have to give him a shout. But any one of them, guys, to help him out. He does. If you go to his channel, go ahead and type "woman" in again, so everybody knows who you are and where you are, and reach out to him and on his About Me page. It'll list different ways where you guys can help him, and then we're going to do the fundraiser all separately from that. So there's different channels doing that too.
Yeah,
So any
there's 4 different ways on my About page you can donate to help us out. If you want to be in the fundraiser to win prizes or whatever, then you have to do the GoFundMe and just leave your channel name in the comments when you do donate to that.
Okay.
There'll be updates coming out on that. It's $10 for a number on the wheel. You can buy as many numbers as you want. Your number stays on there all the time. And if you buy 4 numbers, you get 1 free.
Mhm.
The biggest thing is just making sure you leave your channel name in the comment section so it can be put on the wheel. If not, if there's no channel name,
Mhm.
just say channel name and then type it in. Some people use their real names. So
Mhm.
just make sure it's channel name. And if your real name is what it is, then that's what it is. But we need to know, be able to put it on the wheel, because if not, we won't put it out there. We don't want to put anybody's names out there without their permission. So it's best to use your channel name if you can.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a little private. So, Nora, do you have any questions too for Mark?
Hmm. I
You're
was
under
going to
the-
ask, what is your? You said you do some handyman work. What is your specialty? Like, what skills do you have that you think are like some of your best skills moving forward?
I can build the house from ground up. So I can do just about all of it. I don't mess around. I can run the electric and stuff through the house. And when it comes to doing the breaker box and making sure everything's safe and gonna pass codes and whatever, main thing is safety for my
Nice.
daughter. I have a friend that does it, so he comes and does all that. He just tells me where to run everything. I run it, and he hooks it up to the main source, so I don't have to be too concerned about that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I can build the house from the bottom up. And on my channel, there's some videos where we were building my sister's house, so there wasn't a lot of content there because my brother don't like to be on video, so I can't video anything when he's working with me. So,
Oh, gotcha.
but there's walkthroughs of where I was doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, just keep everybody updated on certain things. I mean, I'm pretty handy. I'm like a jack of all trades, master of none. The only thing I'm probably really good at is being a dad.
Oh,
Well, that's awesome. I mean, there's a lot of men that don't step up to the plate. So that's awesome. Even through this bad times that you're going through. So
Yeah, I mean,
um
I was an alcoholic. I used to drink a 30-pack of beer a day and probably a half a bottle of liquor. And, I mean, that was my daily routine. And once my daughter came into my life after a year, I'm like, I'm done. I quit. And she's changed my
wow.
life, and I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for her.
Oh,
yeah, well,
wow.
that's good. Lisa asked, "Is that your occupation?" And Ted wants to know, are you working? So,
No, I'm not working. I've been suffering with kidney stones for a few years. I've had 7 kidney stone surgeries in 2 years. Um, so that really slowed me down and set me back. And then I had shoulder surgery, neck surgery. My neck, I had my C6, C7 disc taken out and fused. And um, I ended up when I was working on my sister's house, I fell and hurt my hip and my back. So I have a fracture in my back that happened in 2019 that never healed correctly, and
Hmm.
so I'm dealing with that. I got bone spurs between my L1 to all the way to my L5, and I
Oh,
have a cyst or something growing in there too. So once I get back to New York, I got to find out what they're going to do about all that. I did injections and everything in my back. Nothing was working. So I got to find a different doctor or something when I get back. So yeah, I haven't really done much of anything, but I know when it comes to building something, I got my brother and my sister will help out too as much as possible, and a
mhm.
few friends. So if I ever need anybody's help, I got it to be able to do what we got to do to get a roof over our heads.
Cool.
Well, that sounds good. I mean, at least you got, family backing you up. So yeah, I know about the back issue, and yeah, my L5S1, had a laminectomy, so it didn't really bother me, for like 15 years. But now that I've gotten older, arthritis has set in. I can't sleep on the ground like I used to. That's why I got that new that new cot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's really really comfortable. But when your back is bothering you, that's it.
yeah. I mean, everybody asks me what I miss the most out of my home, and I tell them all the time it's my bed. Uh,
Yeah.
because I spent good money on my bed to be comfortable. And
Yeah.
losing that was that probably hurts the most. And then it's the little things, my computer and all that, for my studio and everything that I got last year. It that's nothing. It's the little things, my parents, because I lost my mom just over a year ago, February 12th of
Mm,
last year. So, and then, and I lost my dad, and everything that I got from them was in there. So
right.
it's the little things, even the little things that my girlfriend got me. She bought me some shirts and hats and different things like that, and it's just that little stuff that I miss. Um, so yeah, it's rough. I mean, you probably hear me getting choked up every now and then.
I can
It gets
understand.
to me.
Yeah, don't. I would too. I mean, I have a garage full of collectibles, and I mean it's insured. But were you able to salvage anything from the fire, or pretty much was
No,
everything
it's
destroyed?
all gone. I actually have a slideshow coming out. I just got the video last night back from Devil Dog. We
Hmm.
still got to do a few more things to it. And it shows like from when my daughter was a little younger. She was like 2 years old or something, right around the time I quit drinking.
Hmm.
And then it shows the process of turning the carport into a living quarters for 6 months, and then the process of the building, the spray foaming, and where we got into the house. I didn't get sent all the photos because it would have been a long slideshow, but I just wanted to keep it kind of short to where this is
Hmm.
how we were in it, and go from there. And
Mhm.
I'm hoping to get it out there by the first of the month anyway, and also have the links and everything for the GoFundMe and the way you can donate to be on the fundraiser and all that stuff.
Yeah, if you guys have
And
the opportunity, share this out. So the more
and
people that know about, this situation, the better.
I'm going to email that video and everything, that slideshow video, to every channel I could possibly think of. So if they want to put it on their channel to help us out,
Oh,
it'll
wow.
help.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's why
that is awesome.
How
that's
long is
why I
this
decided
show?
to do
Like,
this.
is it condensed like a 2 minute or 3 minute? Is it short?
It's
Is it like
roughly about 5 minutes long, I think, is what it is right now.
5 minutes? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
That's cool. That way
that'll
when
be
they're
good.
talking about
Uh,
it, they can just put that on the screen, which is, pictures worth 1,000 words.
Yeah, I mean, it
Right.
shows it right up to where, like the one last photo is of us being in the house or whatever, just outside pictures and stuff. A few of them inside with the bathroom and my desk that I built and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Um, and then it just shows the fire disaster, and you can see that everything's gone.
Yeah, that's so how did you you weren't there, I would assume, right? You weren't there at the house.
No, I left 3 hours before I got the call that my house was on fire.
And it was what kind of problem? Was it electrical or
They say it was the electric radiant heater, which is like a baseboard heater, but it was
mhm.
just a cassette that went in the wall. They said that's whatever was on that one wall where the floor joist is burned up. You can actually see it in the slideshow. The about 8 to 10 feet of the floor joist is just all charcoal black, and everything else is still the wood color. And they said whatever was on that wall is what started the fire, and that was the only thing on that wall.
You think it was wiring incorrect or
No, it was wired correctly.
wow.
It could have been a rodent or something. It just got in there and just
Yeah.
eventually got chewed it up or something. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
They didn't inspect it or nothing because I didn't have no fire insurance or anything. So living in a tiny home, it's hard to get fire insurance if it's not ANSI certified, and a lot of different hoops and stuff you got to go through.
Oh wow. Yeah, I
I
bet.
didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know
Wow.
that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. I mean, when I designed the house, because I drew it all up and everything and built it all myself. And I said, when I do it, I want it, even though I didn't have to have building permits or nothing by
Mhm.
code because it's a tiny house on wheels. I said, I still want it done just like I'm going to do a normal house. So everything was done by, that's why my friend's an electrician. And that was the major part was that. I mean, the structure part,
Yeah.
I already knew it was going to pass code if they inspected it. The
Right.
electric part, I knew it was going to pass code because my friend is a full-time electrician for the county, and he does houses all the time. And the plumbing and stuff like that didn't really matter as long as it didn't leak. So we did the PEX tubing, did a pressure test on that and everything. I mean, everything I did was by code, so I knew my daughter was going to be safe no matter what.
Right.
And that
How
was
big?
the most important
That's a,
thing to me.
this is a good reminder, just kind of like segue for a second. Make sure you put the batteries in your fire, what is it, smoke detectors,
Smoke
guys.
detector, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you don't have one, get one.
Yeah, all mine were hardwired, and they had the battery backup. So
Yeah.
that's the best
Those are
way
the
to
real
go.
good ones. Yeah, those
Yep.
are the real good ones. That and I have a carbon monoxide detector because my
Yeah.
mom's house is over 90 years old and it used to burn coal as heat. So it's converted over to gas and I hardly ever trust that thing. So I've got smoke alarms in every room and
Yeah.
carbon monoxide
Right.
detectors.
Yep.
I
I
I
even
have
had all
a
that stuff
furnace
too.
and really, yeah, it's
And
weird. You take the thing off and the flames in there. It is kind of like, ooh, what if kind of.
And welcome to everybody else that's come in the chat. And if anybody's new and connecting with me, you can go over to my channel, and you can go to the lives and look up the fire and medical disaster video, and you can watch that, and you'll understand. I talk about my medical part, and you see the fire disaster.
So he has quite a few fundraisers going on. So if you guys do connect to him, make sure you look at his about page.
Right.
There's different ways to help him out. So in anything, I'm sure he's grateful for. And it's got to be hard when you lose something to actually ask somebody for help. I mean, I'm kind of like that too, very prideful. But
Yeah,
sometimes we got to let our pride go and we got to reach out to people and there's nothing wrong with that,
yeah.
so
And
don't ever feel bad about that.
those that know me, it's hard for me to ask for help. I'm usually helping everybody else as much as I possibly can. I mean, I even break down in that fire and medical disaster video because I had to ask for help because I didn't know what else to do.
Right, I mean it's hard, it's hard to ask for help sometimes, and so I mean you sometimes you just gotta let our pride go and
Yeah.
do what we can. So I
Yeah,
something positive will come out of this, I'm sure. There's always a reason for everything, I
you
always
know,
say, but I know
yeah.
that's devastating to lose everything you got.
I
So
mean, I helped, with Devil Dog raising money for Devil Dog to get a computer because he helped so many people out. We
Right.
were like, you need a better computer, and we ended up getting the money raised for him to do that. And the Paffords, they were trying to adopt their granddaughter,
Oh
and
yeah,
we
they
did
did.
we did a
Yeah,
big
Autumn.
fundraiser for that.
Yeah.
And I was a big part of that, and because of my
Wow.
kidney stones and everything, I'm sitting around with two stents in my kidneys. I had one in each
Oh
one,
my
so
God.
I couldn't be a part of the night that to let them know that we got all the money raised and everything for them.
Yes.
It was just too hard for me because I did an interview with Honeysuckle Homestead Retreat just a couple weeks or something before that. And because of the kidney stones, I had a bucket under my desk, but I kept a smile on my face as much as I could.
Right, right. Yeah, that's all you can. Speaking of drones, JJ Drones is in the house. I need to reach out to you. I'm going to have a fundraiser for Mark, and I'm going to give him a brand new Holy Stone drone. I just need your input on. He doesn't need a license. I don't think so. Or whoever wins it doesn't need a license. But when I had the first drone, JJ, I crashed it. Yeah, so I was a woman driver there. But all I did was break one propeller. And I contacted the company and they actually sent me a brand new drone. So I don't think I should just keep it sitting and collecting dust. So I want to use it as a fundraiser. So what
Very
did Lisa
cool.
say not to do? Raffle? No.
Yeah,
Did
do
she
a
say
Donations.
fundraiser.
Yeah.
fundraiser and what else
Donations.
did she say to
Not
put in?
tickets. Donations.
Donations. Okay,
Yeah.
yes. Fundraiser and donation. So we'll have that. But JJ, I'll send you the information on it. And I think you should know the model. And just help me out, make sure that there is none. And I know Ted mentioned it, but it is brand new, hasn't ever been used. Um,
Cool.
okay,
But
even
yeah, I
with
mean,
the smaller one?
like I said, there's a few fundraisers going on. There's one at Backwoods Misfits, which is going to have a lot of stuff. Jesse and Lisa Lazy Days are donating vanilla and a few things. We have another
Yeah.
channel that donated some polished rocks for necklaces, and I mean there's a bunch of stuff on that one. Even Steve made some paracord keychains and a paracord strap to go on somebody's gun if they wanted to. Um, and then Big Tiny's Outdoors, his wife made a quilt that's got like 32 pieces in it, like a 6x6 square, and the thing is just
Wow.
beautiful. And every one of them sewed in each one, every one of them little
Wow.
triangles in that square. So
Yeah.
he's going to be doing that. And then I have a barbecue guy that makes smokers and stuff, and he's
Oh, okay.
talked to me about donating a smoker to raffle off to. So I'm just waiting for the final
Wow.
on that. That'll be a big one to bring in more people, I think, especially those that like to cook, and and then now you with the drone. So,
Yeah.
um, I mean, anybody wants to help out and do their own thing to raffle something off. It's just a matter of figuring out how to know who donated and
Hmm.
be able to put their names in the thing so they're the ones that are able to get it. Because if you don't know whose names are in it, anybody can come in your chat and
Yeah.
anybody can win it.
Yeah. Don't
Um,
get giveaway scammed, guys.
Yeah, you know what? Who is that? All in a Day. I won something in her giveaway. Well, apparently somebody imitated my channel, but it was a totally different person to try to get the giveaway. So they had emailed her, but she caught it right away and reported them. So so I know that now I don't think I would use the word giveaway because I would just say whatever party or something
Yeah.
because it seems like when you use the hashtag giveaway, you get all these scam artists in there. So
Hmm.
yeah,
so
some people just seem to follow that around. So,
That's all they do. Yeah.
and that's the
Exactly.
only time you see them in them channels is when there's a giveaway. I've seen it multiple times. I never seen them anywhere else unless there's a giveaway.
I know when I had my 700 subscriber giveaway, I had tons and tons of gifts. And there was this one person who won, and I'd never seen them before. And it was my fault because you should always set the parameters as 2 weeks as being a subscriber.
Oh,
But then I would announce, but I
weeks.
would announce the thing like a week ahead so that, okay, they can't do it. And I just think it's fair because there's people who, have been subscribed to me for like over a year. And,
Yeah.
and I think they're more deserving than somebody just popped in who just, wants to get something from you. So,
Yeah, I promised to give away once I hit 500, but after the fire and everything, everybody's like, "Don't worry about it. Just worry about what you got to do." And I was like, "Well, I'm going to be a man of my word, and I'll do it. It's going to be a little longer than I expected, is all. I might have to wait until 1,000, and then I'll do a bigger one or something."
Yeah.
I would say not to worry about that right now. The
Yeah,
biggest
don't
thing
worry.
is worrying
Yeah, see,
about.
you guys,
Yeah.
you guys are just like everybody else. They're like, "Don't worry about it."
No, don't.
Yeah.
You
Well,
should.
just I like to be a man of my word,
Yeah.
Well, sometimes circumstances happen, and there's nothing you can do about it. But you got to take care of number one and your daughter. So
Yeah.
that is
Yeah,
actually
my daughter's number one.
she's number one, right? So. Yes, JJ, I will do that, and you give me all the info because I'll be donated to the Backwoods fundraiser. Make sure you guys use fundraiser and donations. So
Yeah, over to Backwoods Misfits channel. If somebody can drop his link, and he'll keep updated on it. I mean, you don't have to stay over there. He does a lot of lives on there, and sometimes it gets a little crazy in there. But it's just one of the things that they do at night to let loose, I guess. And we have a lot of fun over there anyway. My daughter is with her mom. We have she has her and I have her. I usually have her 4 to 5 days a week. Sometimes I only have her 3 days a week, but she would rather be with me. I think sometimes, she loves her daddy, and I'm just a little bit more laid back, I guess.
well, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I prefer to be with my daddy sometimes because my parents were also, separated or divorced. So my dad's the one who liked the outdoors. My mom's like, no. So
Right.
that's
Yeah.
where.
I mean, me and my daughter, we text, almost every day, or we'll do a video chat, or, we'll jump into StreamYard and it's just her and me in there, and we just talk that way. I'll help her with her homework and everything, just anything to spend some time with her. I don't care if she's just sitting there drawing a picture and she's just showing it to me. It just sounds like I can spend, some little quality time with her, just watching her. It means the world to me. I don't want to miss a thing if I can't help it.
Yeah, that's good because a lot of people, men and women both, are not part of children's lives, and children are our future. That Gen
Yeah.
Z, it's got to be our future. Holly, I'm not sure. Holly, who are you? Can you type a woman in the chat, Holly, down in the basement? Holly, would you mind typing woman in the chat so I know who you are?
Yeah, I mean, if people are willing to, they can go ahead and just donate if they want, and not be on the wheel or anything if they want it that way. A lot of people are just, they're donating and they're like, I don't want to be on the wheel. So, and that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, we should get everybody that's in the chat. Make sure that you reach out.
Yeah, Holly, you got to type in the YouTube chat.
You got to type it in the
YouTube. Yeah, I think you're in the private chat. How did she get in the private chat?
She's down in the basement, but I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't even see her in the basement. That's weird.
She's not in the basement anymore.
Oh, I got you.
So
okay.
I just asked her to type it in her because I'm not sure who she is, and I know we got people that are showing body parts and streaming.
No, Holly. Well, I just met Holly. She's a good YouTuber.
Oh well, you should have told me that.
Oh, sorry.
Out the chat, but
yeah, she's come up on my panel before. She's legit.
Well, she disappeared on me here. So I didn't delete or anything. I just wasn't sure, and there's a lot of things going on, and
Don't give a woman outdoors a drone, she'll crash it.
Yeah,
I'm,
you gotta
I'm telling
you gotta know who's coming up on your panel, because if not,
Yeah.
you get porn bombed, and
Sorry,
people, it's
Holly.
happening to people, and it's
I had to
just
put clothes in the dryer.
it's just protect the channel and protect kids if they're in there,
uh-huh.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
that's the
Yeah.
main thing, is the
I don't let
kids.
people
So
talk all crazy. When they start talking, like getting over the line, I'm like, okay, that's it. You're done. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, and I know Susan from and Nancy from Our Treasured Home and Hillbilly Chicken Ranch said there was somebody going around showing private parts. So
No.
I don't think that's good. That is definitely not PG rated.
You keep your Twitter below the screen, guys.
Janine, I'm in Pennsylvania. JJ, what is the question that you're asking? Or what is the question I'm asking? You don't want to see my body parts. Yeah, Lisa. No, Guru and the Wahoo Turtle. No, maybe we don't see anybody's.
Better safe than sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I and I don't recognize you, so yeah,
Hi, Holly.
crash course.
Holly's legit.
where is she at?
I'm sorry, Holly. You want to try again? I don't know.
What is her channel name?
Always crafting.
Oh, okay, all right, okay, Holly, come back, honey.
Yeah. She's
I
okay.
didn't delete or anything. Just click on the pin link on the top. All you saw was cow udders.
Really? What the people are so crazy. Oh my god.
All right, Holly, I'm sorry. I was like, who is Holly? And I know people like some of people by their channel names. So
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
hi, Sog. Hi, everybody that I made a miss coming in. This is Mark. Right to the. I got it right this time. This is Mark.
Right. You got to point the opposite direction.
I got it right this time. Usually I'm like this
Good
way,
job.
that way, all way.
There we go.
All over the place. But if you guys are new coming to the chat, somebody go ahead and type woman in so I can pin it again. Mark had a fire in his house, and he lost everything. And what we're trying to do is have everybody reach out to him, legitimately, as watch his videos, get to know him and his story, and any help will be great. There will be a fundraiser, different things if you like to donate, and it will all be helping him out. So no matter what you can do, what you can give, would be very helpful.
Yeah, and if you're into tiny homes and just little homesteadings and farms and stuff like that, I do interviews with people that are doing that and shed the houses and stuff. So it's a good time, especially there's different info I put out there to help other channels as well. And when I rebuild, if we're able to rebuild, I should say, I plan on video and all of that as well.
Yeah,
because we started our little, our future on bare land. We had to take trees out and everything and just do it up that way. And, so it was starting from scratch, on a small income. And I was like, well, I'm going to start sharing it.
Yeah, well, whatever you can do. I mean, you're building from the ground up, so it's really hard. But you know what? I think that things like this makes us stronger. Any kind of tragedy or anything does make us stronger because we can either give up or we can keep going on. And
Yeah,
like,
and the way I look at it, there's people out there that are worse off than I am right now.
exactly.
Yeah.
But it just kind hearts go a long ways. And I love everybody's prayers and everything, but prayers only go so far, and it gets pretty frustrating. But I stay patient. I try to stay as calm as possible, and I still try to help other channels or promote everybody, and always in everybody's chats, lives, and different things if I can be there. Um, but yeah, I just, I just want everybody else to be happy. I mean, like I said, I lived on $1,100 a year or a month, and me and my daughter always donated to help out the homeless every year before winter,
Right.
giving them little gift bags of, socks and chapstick and hand warmers and soap and washcloths and just anything to kind of help them out, and donate water too. Even though I couldn't afford it, but I'm teaching my daughter what it's like to have a good heart and to help somebody out in need.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
And,
that's what it's about.
now
Paying
it's
it
hard
forward.
because now I'm in need and I need it, and it's hard for me to ask.
Well, don't be prideful. I mean, it's hard to not be prideful, and I have a problem asking sometimes, but you got to do what you got to do. I mean, when I had cancer 5 years ago, I mean, I had to have help doing things that I thought I never would have to do, or wait until I was 80 years old to do it. So, I mean, sometimes you just have to let our pride go and just think your daughter. Your daughter's important to you, and your whole priority is to, build a house for you two.
Yeah,
And
because if
and
I don't have a normal roof over our heads, I mean, even living in an RV is um, looked at bad in New York.
Mhm.
They don't want you living in an RV, especially when you got a kid. And when I get back, that's where we're going to be. But her mom's okay with it because she understands the situation. But I mean, if CPS could step in anytime they wanted to. And if I lose my daughter, that'd kill me.
Do you like Tony Holmes?
No, no, yeah. I'm sorry.
Does he like Tony Holmes? Like, we're
Yeah.
thinking. Me and my boyfriend were thinking about one, but I don't know. It's just us
Yeah,
two. So, do you think
that's
he
what
would
I
like
lost.
it?
That's what I lost in the fire was my tiny home.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mark
I'm
Mark
sorry.
lost his home back in November to a fire. So we're trying to do fundraisers, and if you go to his About page, make sure you connect to him the right way, watch a video and stuff, a couple videos, and you'll see an About page. There's different ways to help him out. So like El said, we all need help sometimes. So it's difficult. It was very difficult for him to reach out to people to ask for
Yeah.
help, but we want to see him back on his feet, if it's just getting a home built, you know so hand
Yeah,
me
I
down
don't
has
need it. I don't
go
need it
ahead.
completely done. I just need it done enough to where we're warm all year round or cool all year round, and we got a roof
Hmm.
over
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
heads.
And you can
And
work on it as
I
you
can,
go. Yeah.
yeah, and I have running water and electric to take care of my daughter.
That's good.
And that's how we did the tiny home. We got it so it was livable. We moved in it.
Hmm.
The
Mhm.
first thing I
Yeah.
got done was that bathroom. Um, and then we just started, over time we got sheetrock on the walls and everything
Hmm.
else. It just,
Yeah.
I just need to get it to a certain stage to where, you know, it won't be used against me, later on. I just
Right.
need livable. Because when we moved into the carport, when we first got up there, it was pretty cold some nights, because you only have like 4 good months in New York, and we were in it for like 6 months. I mean, there was plenty of nights I slept with a hoodie on, and a hat, and gloves, and socks, and sweats, and everything. I just had to stay warm.
That's how
I mean,
LB live streams.
yeah, right.
What
Yeah, I
even?
mean,
Well,
the car.
I'm in the basement. Okay, so I mean, there's no heat down here other than maybe a little bit coming off the heater, but it's not freezing cold out. Susan also said that if you want to come to her live to promote the fundraiser, that's
Oh,
awesome.
nice.
So her email
You
is in
can
her
come to my
About
Hey,
live.
page.
Susan. Sorry, I'm not saying my hellos. Hello, everyone.
Yeah,
You can also come to my live. I'm going live at 11.
I've gathered together Patty, Christine. Who else am I missing? Whoever I'm missing, hello, welcome in.
I'm
We
not sure if
appreciate.
I am connected with the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. If I'm not, I'm
Oh,
sorry. I probably should have
gotta
been, but
ask Susan.
sometimes I
And
forget to do it. And everybody says you should write them down and then go back and connect, but I
Yeah.
always forget. I got a lot of stuff going on in my head. I mean, it's driving me crazy sometimes.
It's
I actually
fine.
have to take a few days off from YouTube, and I just lurk a little bit more than chat.
And
But
yeah,
if if I'm connected with you, just shoot me an email because I'll forget by the time I get off here.
It's fine.
what you could always do too, Susan, just type in woman and it will drop your link for you. Do I have? Yes, you are mod.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
I
J and
forgot all
J,
about
welcome
that
in.
too. I keep forgetting
Yeah,
about that. Just drop your link and I'll be able to connect.
yeah. Susan, just drop your link. Anybody?
Places, tours, welcome in.
And that's Christine. How are you?
Patty's
Well,
here.
Ted, thank you so much for coming in, and
Thank you, everybody.
appreciate it.
Master's here.
Yeah, I think I'm also connected Hillbilly Ranch.
That's who we're talking about, Susan. Hillbilly Chicken Ranch.
No, I'm not.
Don't go to her. Okay.
But I am now.
Don't go to her channel if you're hungry.
Oh, yeah. See, that's
She
another thing
she
too.
cooks up
'Cause
some good food.
Oh, she can cook.
She
I have to
cooks
watch
some
some
good
of them
food.
channels.
And she
I have
makes
to watch
her own
some,
spices too.
I have to watch some of them channels because I've lost 130 pounds over the past 4 years.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
when it comes to like watching some of these videos, like what a drunken chef does and stuff, and some of the other channels there, what is it, Mom and Four Boys, and oh my,
Mhm.
it's like, man, I can't watch this stuff. You know, I watch what I eat. I have to. Just the only way I keep maintaining my weight. If I go off from that, then it just kind of messes me up. And plus, you
I
know,
have
because of the kidney stones and everything, I have to watch
Oh,
my
yeah.
osculate intake. And
Yeah, I
I-
researched into that. There's a lot of foods have that in it, and one is bread. Go figure.
Yeah.
And
And the
another
worst-
is spinach. There's things you can't eat.
yeah, I put spinach in all my shakes, and my doctor's like, "You can't have it no more." I'm like, "Oh man!"
Yeah.
And then like baked potatoes, stay away from baked potatoes. He said your worst enemy is bacon.
Mhm.
So I have to
Bacon?
stay. Yeah.
What? That's a staple in my diet.
Well, I
even
have
I have had bacon
Wow.
perfume. Bacon,
Bacon
bacon, bacon scented
Oh,
perfume.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of things that, you know, like red meats and stuff I have to stay away from as much as
Okay.
possible. I have to stay away from salt, sugars, and, you know, there's just certain things I have to stay away from. But, you know, every now and then, like after every 3-4 months, 5 months, it depends. It's like, man, I got to have that steak. I got to have that baked potato, and I'll
Yeah.
splurge. But
Yeah.
I do it in moderation. You know, it's not something I do all week long, like, you know, hamburgers, hot dogs, or spaghetti, and, you know, all the stuff that I would love to have, but I can't.
Yeah, it's well, I'm on keto, and I do love bacon, but I also use healthy fats like
You're on
avocado,
keto too?
olive oil. I've been on keto for a
I'm
long
thinking
time.
about it. 'Cause I got,
You've told me that for
keto.
like 8 months.
yeah,
now.
I know.
I'm
I keep
thinking-
talking about it and I don't do it.
You keep talking about
I
it.
have to come back.
I've
to
lost
it.
over 30 pounds.
Yeah, keto
Awesome.
is. I was diabetic and had high blood pressure, and starting keto, I now take no meds for either one. Now I have a mother who likes pasta, breads, baked potatoes, and all the stuff that I can't eat, pies and everything. So it's a little hard sometimes, but yeah, if you start doing it at first, slowly make yours go down, and start doing. And I probably put it like
Segue into it, like don't go
Yeah.
full on. Just like cut the carbs back, give up the
slowly.
sugar,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
maybe try it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, Drunken Chef barbecue, you know, I went, you know, I'm out in Arizona. So of course we got hooked up and went over to his house for a barbecue and everything. And he's like,
Oh man,
you didn't even eat much. I was like, I have to watch what I eat, you know, because
Mhm.
he had ribs going, chicken bombs with jalapenos in it, wrapped with bacon. He had something jalapeno poppers, and he had some other chicken and stuff. And it's like I just had, you know,
Love
I couldn't eat a lot of it.
Hi, Cinnamon Girl. Hi, Scratch and Pete.
And
hey
I always-
Pete,
Pete,
I
what's
tried-
up?
what's up, Pete?
and I try to stay away from breads, pasta, and
Okay. How about pizza? You can't mess with pizza.
that's probably my kryptonite. So
I think it's
Um,
everybody's kryptonite.
I mean,
Just-
I do stay away from it pretty good. You know, being out here, my girlfriend, you know, she likes this one certain pizza place because it's really good, and it is. We've had it 3 times since I've been here, and back home, if my daughter wants pizza, she gets pizza. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's
don't know,
that's
but
kind of the downfall.
I don't know, but do you like cauliflower?
Yeah, I do cauliflower rice and stuff like that.
Do you have a Costco near you?
No, it's like
Oh,
2 hours away.
I was gonna say, I've been eating a lot of cauliflower, and they have this pizza at Costco, and it's a cauliflower pizza, like the whole the bread is cauliflower.
Mhm.
It's really really good.
Cauliflower rice, though, you got to be careful because
You do.
cauliflower pizza, I happen to look at it at Walmart in the freezer. Well, it
Mhm.
has just about the same amount of carbs as a regular crust pizza. So you
Mm.
got to kind of have to read the bags and read the ingredients because they shove so much stuff in their fillers, just like
Yeah.
bread. I mean, it's like just full of gluten.
Yeah,
So,
it's like every time I want something to eat, I have to get my phone out and I have to Google what's the oxalate level on this, oxalate
mhm.
level on that, and I have to know it. I have to stay below 50 milligrams of oxalates every day. So if I go over that, then that's just adding to my
So
stone
make the
situation.
stone. What's the worst drink you can have for the oxalates?
Uh, Pretty much they just tell you to stay away from like dark liquids, which is coffee, tea, your dark sodas. So
Really?
yeah.
Oh
Um,
no.
and anything that's like high in sugar and stuff like that, because
Uh-huh.
that causes kidney stones for some people too. Stuff that's salty. I drink water 99%
You
of the
drink a
time.
lot of water.
I
Yeah.
add lemon in the one bottle of water a day, and
Mhm.
I buy those little lemons that look like a lemon. I squeeze like half of that in
Oh
one
yeah.
bottle, and that's how I drink it. I get it done and over with one bottle. I'm not drinking multiple ones all day long. So.
Guys, I gotta go. I have to do some stuff. So thank you for
Thanks
letting me
for
join
coming in,
live.
Holly. Appreciate it.
Thank
Thanks,
And I
you.
have
Holly.
Bye.
Okay,
See you
bye
later.
bye.
Nice meeting you. And I also have to avoid, chocolate too. So that's
Oh
in
my
moderation as well.
man, you just you. Oh, well, you
I've
know
I've
what though? I
changed.
don't do chocolate either though. But
I've
dark chocolate is supposed to be good antioxidants.
Yeah, well, because of the kidney stones. I mean, I've changed my diet like 4 times in 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
In the past 2 years, it's been the worst. With the kidney stones. It's about 3 years now with the kidney stones, and I just don't want to go through it no more. I mean, my last surgery was in August, and I went back to the doctors in October, and he did an ultrasound, and I had 2 more stones growing. Um,
Oh my God.
so now I had to go see the dietitian. We're watching my oxalate intake, and as long as I can control that, hopefully the pills that I'm taking to dissolve the stones, they'll dissolve. But I won't know until May when I go back for another ultrasound to see if I have stones still
Gotcha.
or not.
Yeah. Is there anything you can take that helps clear the oxalates out of your body? Or
And now, because your body makes oxalates no matter what.
oh,
Then it's the food intake you take in. You're
mostly
just
the
adding
food.
to that.
Okay, gotcha.
So, if your family is known for having kidney stones, most likely you're going to get them. My mom and
Right.
dad suffered from them, and I'm
Oh,
the only one out of all 5 of us kids that is suffering from kidney stones. Nobody else in my family has had one, other than my mom, dad, and apparently I'm taking everybody's kidney stones because I'm good looking and tall.
There you go. You just tell them that. You just tell them.
Well, see, I'm 6'6", so
Whoa,
that's why I
you are
have all the
tall.
medical.
oh
That's why I
wow.
have all the medical issues and stuff with my back and my shoulders and everything. The doctor told me, he says, you've done beat your body up over the years being as tall as you are, but it's all I've known is hard labor.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just made me suffer. Well, everybody else in my family, my younger brother's 5, he's probably like 5'8",
Mm-hmm.
and everybody else in my family, even my parents, are like 5'5.5".
Wow. Well, I didn't get blessed with the height, but yeah, I'm pretty. I'm pretty sure I have a brother that was 6'3", and another one was 6'4". So I think I'm the mailman's daughter.
Yeah, and everybody's like, "You're 6'6" and you're living in a tiny home." It's
Oh
like
yeah,
my
that's
girl.
true.
It's like September. My girlfriend come out and spent a month with me, and she's like, you can't even stand up in your bedroom. I said, I'm not going in there to stand up. I'm just walking in. You know, I have ducked down like 4 inches. I walk in, I sit down on the bed. That's all I'm in there for, is lay down in the bed. I could stand up in the kitchen area, you know, the entryway, and I could stand up in the bathroom, and those are the only rooms that mattered. The upstairs loft, you know, my daughter's loft, I couldn't stand up in there if I wanted to. I had to crawl around on my hands and knees, but she could almost stand up and walk through there. Then the other loft where I had my living room, you know, I was just going up there to sit down on the couch and watch TV or play on the computer. So,
Hi, Good Eats. Welcome in, Good Eats. Homestead's in the house.
So yeah,
Cinnamon Girl's still here. Thanks, Cinnamon Girl.
Gary, what Lisa from Flipping Crazy said to change it from, what did she say, to fundraiser
Yeah.
from something else that they were using.
Don't
Raffle.
say the word raffle.
Don't
I
say
guess
the
that's
word
a-
raffle.
Maybe that's a buzzword, and then YouTube will send you nasty gram or whatever.
Yeah, YouTube will give you a strike if you're using that word. So we decided we're going to say the word fundraiser, and it's donations. So not raffle and not tickets. So just to let
Yeah.
everybody know. So yeah, so if anybody knows, Lisa knows, because she does auctions and stuff.
Yeah.
So you guys want to drop
Even
your
some
link?
states that you can't do what she does. There's some states you can't get on YouTube and start selling things. So there's a bunch of rules and stuff.
Jailbait, thanks a lot for dropping that in there, and thanks for the shout out on your channel yesterday.
Yeah, that was
or
good. That
day
was a
before.
really nice shout out, Jill.
That was
appreciate it.
awesome. Yeah.
I appreciate everybody doing a little video or shout out like that. It helps. Without, you know, everybody helping, you know, it doesn't go anywhere. So sharing it, you know, it helps however you can. You know, whether you share it in your community tab and you just, you know, send them over to my channel or whatever, or you do a video like Jailbait did. That was great. I mean, even Kevin from Tuber Chat shouts me out just about every time he goes up. And, you know, he's gotten choked up, you know, talking about it and stuff. And him and his wife, you know, they sent my daughter a Christmas gift, you know, when they found out. And
Oh,
that meant a lot.
that's very sweet.
Kevin's
You
pretty,
know, and-
pretty cool guy.
You know, like I said, I have a slideshow coming out here. I'm hoping to release it on the 1st if it's done, and I'm hoping to email it to everybody I possibly can and have them share it out on their channels just to help out as well. And, you know, people share it out on their community tabs, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you got, TikTok, anything. It doesn't matter. Every little
Is
bit
your,
helps to.
Yeah. Is your P.O. box or address in your About section, or do we have to email you and ask you your address?
Email me for my address because I don't have a P.O. box. So I
Okay,
didn't want to
gotcha.
put it out there, you know, because of my daughter.
I understand. Yeah. That's I don't
Yeah,
remember
anybody can
seeing it.
email me.
Okay.
As long as you
Yep.
email me and you put your channel name there, I'm gonna know who you are. Without the
Gotcha.
channel name, I have no clue.
Right,
I'm
yeah.
horrible with names, so I mean, it's like, you know, LB sent me an email. I'm like, who the heck is that?
Yeah, like LB.
But then
LB.
I finally figured it out. But
Did it use my whole name? Because I changed the Gmail after I got hacked.
yeah, something like that. It was.
Yeah, I kept that old email. It's inactive, but in case somebody want to hack it, just go right on the head. So I'm very careful of what I do. It's just like my Instagram. I made private. If you want to, you know, become friends, I need to see you. I need to see your subscribers, or you know, who you're following. Because if we have nothing in common where we're following, I'm sorry, no.
Yeah.
Because you have all them people trying to sell you, you know, your services. Oh, you know, I seen your
Oh, yeah.
channel and I can help you grow, and you know, blah
Yeah.
blah blah. So
Yeah.
you know, I delete them right away. Twitter
Yep.
is the only one I can't delete people. I mean, I get these crazy people in there that half undressed and all this other stuff. I'm like, I don't know you. Why are you following me?
Yeah, I mean,
So-
some people, you know, they got my email. They emailed me, and I gave them my address, and they actually sent checks because that's what they preferred.
Mhm.
and then that all goes in an account. I mean, everything, my PayPal, my Cash App, my Zelle is all going into accounts that I don't even touch. I live on the money that I lived on before, because everything that's in those accounts is to build a house. I don't touch it at all. Um, and if anybody wants to, email me to come up on our panel and talk about it and promote everything, just email me, let me know. Just make sure that you put your channel name and stuff in there so I know who you are and everything. And I'm willing to go up on anybody's lives if I'm available to do it, and
Right.
promote out and everything. And anybody that wants to come over on my channel, if you live in a tiny home or a shed, a house, or anything that I talk about, email me and we'll get something set up. Just email me 3 dates and times, and I'll check my calendar and get you dialed in there. I'm a little bit limited on the next few weeks, but after I get home on the 15th, I'm pretty much free. Right now, all the time I can have with my girlfriend, I'm taking advantage of it. So she took 4 days off from work, and we're going to hang out for 4 days before I go back home anyway.
Let's see. Traveling Tramps, who is Dave and Kathy, they're also in Arizona. They wanted to know the name of the pizza place that you go to.
Here in Arizona, I can't think of the name of it.
Okay. Yeah. Cinnamon Girl, just type in woman. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, just type in woman in the chat.
Hi, Cinnamon Girl.
Woman.
She was
just one woman.
a raccoon I saw on your video, Cinnamon Girl. That was adorable.
Yeah, I just connected to you, Cinnamon Girl. So, like I said, I'll connect with everybody. Just sometimes it just disappears, or I just forget to.
Yeah, what I usually do is, I won't subscribe right away. I'll take a video and I'll put it in a watch later, because I want to legitimately subscribe where it actually sticks.
Right.
So I'll put it in there, and then, because I'm like really way behind right now watching videos.
Yeah,
like
I am too.
5 days behind.
I got so many in my watch later, I'll probably never get to most of them. I don't sleep much, because of my back and my hip and, all the stress and depression and everything that's going on. But I think I slept an hour last night, and tried to sleep for an hour this morning before the live, and I couldn't sleep. My girlfriend's like, "You're not sleeping?" I said, "No."
I can imagine you got a lot of things on your mind right now with the house and, your daughter rebuilding everything. So
yeah, it's a lot. So at night, I try to, watch the good cop, bad dog show, but it's like, well, I'm going to bed, but then a couple hours later I wake up and I'm out on the love seat and I'm watching it,
Mm-hmm.
I try to watch everybody's stuff if I can.
Yeah, it's hard. I know it's hard.
It is. The more people you follow, the harder it gets. And
exactly.
Those that, like, are always shouting me out and trying to promote us and help us right now, those are the ones that are important to me.
Right.
Because they're doing a good deed, and I got to do a good deed back.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, I have people that, in the beginning, when you're a small channel, there's one person two people actually, who actually subscribed to me when I had like 20 people, and we're still subscribed together. That's Dave Collier.
Wow.
And Frontier Survival. Those two guys were one of the first ones. I'm like, that's such a little channel. How these big guys like subscribing to me? And we're still connected. So, some people will come and go, and then some people just want a sub for sub.
And I'm not into the sub for sub thing. I mean, there's channels that I am sub to because it was a sub for sub thing, and I go over and I watch their lives and stuff, and it's just not for me. But I still jump in there if they're live. I try to hit everybody's lives when I'm on there looking for a live to go hang out in. I'll go over there, jump in for a couple minutes, hit the like button, say howdy, whatever, and I'll hang around for a couple minutes, and then I have to bounce out. Because then there's other ones that, that's for me, which is the tiny homes, the farming, the, homesteading and off grid and all that stuff. So
I have pretty diverse amount of people. I mean, I do like to watch like Lisa, of course. I buy her little stuff that she auctions off, and I do homestead gardening, which I'm trying to get into that. But I mean, I live in the city, but outdoors, there's just a few different kind that anything paranormal, I don't watch
Yeah, I don't do this. I
because
don't watch that stuff either too much.
it's kind of against my morals, I guess I would say, and it's just that, and I'm not superstitious or something. I just don't actually believe in the paranormal stuff and anything that's drug or alcohol related. So I won't, and if you want to delete me, that's fine. But everybody has a preference, of what you like and what you don't like. And there's a lot of channels, especially crafting channels. I may not watch you all the time, but I'll see something like, oh, I want to see how that's made. Cooking channels, outdoor channels, homestead,
Yeah,
things
see,
like.
mine,
Uh-huh.
it's like my channel. It pretty much sticks to like the, you know, tiny homes,
Mhm.
and building a homestead or a farm and gardening and stuff. And everything that I'm doing is pretty much so like if anybody wanted to go tiny, you're still going to do all these other things if you can. You don't need a 2,400 square foot house to do all
Right.
this stuff, and you don't need
Mhm.
5, 10, 15 acres to have your little farm or homestead. You can do it on a couple acres. The
Right.
one interview I did, Farm Girl in Progress, I think it was like 2/3 of an acre she's doing her little homestead on, and she's doing an
Hmm.
amazing job. And she
Hmm.
lives in like probably a 1,200 square foot house. I never asked, but I'm sure that's probably what it is. You
Hmm.
know, and anything that's going to do with that, it don't matter if you're living tiny or however. That's where
Hmm.
my channel's at, to kind of help everybody see things from a different point of view and to be able to
Hmm.
save money and live a better life. Um, and Jailbait, he's over there. He's one of my mods. He's really good and he's interested in all that stuff and he loves it.
Yeah.
And there's a few other ones that are crazy about it too. I mean, I changed my channel up and I think it's going to go somewhere now. And I want to help everybody out as much as possible.
But you got to help you first. And as far as your channel is concerned, I mean, that's got to take a back burner. And I'm sure people, if they leave you, they weren't important. You
Yeah, I
know.
don't have many videos that I'm putting up because I don't have nothing to do content on really. And when I'm out here with my girlfriend, it's like I want to do lives, but she doesn't want me to do them. But I do them as I can. But when we're out and about town, there's no video in our little
Hmm.
trips or doing lives on our trips or anything like that. Because she doesn't want to be on video yet. I keep telling her I'm going to get her up on here before I leave though.
Yeah. Some people won't. Like
Get her hooked.
I try to get my mother in there. She's like, no, no. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
well,
told her. I
Dawn.
said, I'll tie you to the chair and gag you if I have to.
Yeah, Cinnamon Girl, that's good. I mean, people are watch all kind of different things. There's just a couple of things that
Yeah,
I just won't, watch. And
yeah.
and it's funny is that four people just left the chat after I said
No, it's
those
like
four people must be the paranormal or drugs and alcohol.
it's like the farming and the homesteading and stuff. I mean, right there, you're gonna have gardening, so you're having food, and of course, if you're doing all that stuff, you got to have barbecue, so you follow those channels too. So you bring it all in one channel. I think it makes a big difference.
Yeah, I like to watch a lot of prepper channels because actually those are very important right now because the world we live in, um, it's getting kind of flaky right now.
Yeah,
So
it's getting sus.
it's like I know nobody wants to see another war, but
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
need to
the
prep.
whole-
You need to prep regardless, whether it's food, survival stuff, fire starters, because you're not going to have the ability if we have no electricity to go and
Right.
cook some food, or keep your food cold, especially in the middle of winter. I mean, summer. I mean, it's going to get hot. So you're going to need to know what to do and, battery backup like Nora should have had during the hurricane.
Yeah,
Yeah. I told her, I said, get you one of them jackers. I will. Get your
Yeah,
jacker. I will. Here
I
comes
did.
the hurricane. Whoosh. I got
I
no
watch.
power.
I
Open
watch
the
some of the.
door.
I watch some of the prepping stuff, but some of it's just over the wall for me. It's like some people just take it way too serious, and they're too concerned about too much stuff they probably shouldn't be. But you never know. They might be in the right, but then again, who knows?
Go ahead and type woman in so we can go ahead and pin your link. A couple people are asking for it. So that way they can just click on it.
Little Ridge Farm, Susan. Little Ridge.
And I interview people whether they have a channel or they don't. If they're willing to talk about their tiny homes or their homesteads or anything like that, because I don't do screen sharing or nothing on my channel. If I had my computer, I probably would do some screen sharing, but I don't do that right now. So I'll interview anybody, as long as they, live in a tiny home and they want to talk about it, I have a lot of good questions. Everybody says I'm pretty thorough about certain things. I do my research. I'll watch a bunch of videos and stuff before I have them up on one of my lives, even if I spend 2 days doing it before the show. So, everybody has different questions and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll interview people in schoolies, RVs, vans, whatever life they're living. If they live on a motorcycle and they travel around and they put a tent up, I'll interview them.
Right.
I like to know everybody's, what got them to do that.
Yeah.
Not
like
that I can do that with a 10-year-old, but
Yeah. Well, yeah, you could. Just throw them in the back of a motorcycle. So.
She would love it.
I pinned his link on the top, so you don't have to keep dropping if you want. Go to the very top where the pinned message is, and you'll see it. Wow, I lost my paranormal drug and alcohol friends. My count just went down. Oh, well. Okay, so let's start all over again. Come on, drug, alcohol.
Don't say that again. Note to self.
Note to self.
Cinnamon Girl says, I'm trying to keep my schoolie off grid. Well, if you got a schoolie, you need to get a hold of me then. Because I actually looked into that a few years back before I started building a tiny home. I've actually been thinking about it again. Just have a nice schoolie or a big motorhome or something and just park it on my property and then leave it, just pack up and leave if I need to.
I like to get a teardrop because I don't have a huge truck, so I can't tow really anything real heavy. But I like to get a teardrop trailer. They're small and it's all I need.
They're cute too. They're adorable.
And they're not that cheap, actually.
No, the nice ones aren't.
JLB said, I'm still here. Did not lose all of them.
Oh, yeah. And JLB asked me how tall my girlfriend was a little while ago. And actually, she's like right around 5'10".
Oh, she's tall.
Yeah, she's tall. She's probably one of the tallest girls I've ever dated.
Wow. Yeah.
The shortest one's like 5'1".
Oh, yeah. Okay. These folks been living on the road. That's pretty cool. Yeah. It's just pretty cool. We're still here and we don't drink either. Okay, good. Good, Dave and Kathy.
See, it's like I'm out here by Quartzsite right now at my girlfriend's, and I actually was going to go to Quartzsite and meet Merton Sue, the Mertons.
Oh yeah, Merton.
I was going to go meet them, but then I was going to meet Randy Jones from Incredible Tiny Homes there too. He said, "Yeah, just text me and let me know." And I said, "Yeah, I will." And but my girlfriend had to catch up on some homework and stuff, so we weren't able to go. I was like, "Darn it! This is the one thing I wanted to do when I got here."
Right. Hey, Shirley, welcome in.
Yeah, just doing our best. She's great.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to see some good prepper videos and all kind of outdoor homestead videos. Just go to still drinking your coffee from Grandma Kelly's. Well, good morning, my muddy mess, or almost afternoon. So anybody new coming in? This is Mark. We're interviewing him. He's right there. Okay, Menora's right there, right? He actually lost his home back in November to a fire. So we're all trying to get together to help him out so he can rebuild, get his life back together. It's difficult to try to ask for help, but we're all trying to reach out to Mark. We are going to have a fundraiser, and there'll be a lot of donations. If you guys feel that you like to donate, just reach out to us, and we'll be taking the donations. When is the cutoff?
I'm not sure. I'm actually going to get with Steve today and ask him what the cutoff is, because I told him you got to give yourself a couple of days ahead of time to be able to just make sure everybody's on the wheel, everything's taken care of. If you wait until the last day, then people start donating
Mm-hmm.
for the fundraiser. It just
Oh yeah, have a
it takes
cutoff.
up too
Yeah,
much time, you know. Now you got to try and stick names on there while you're doing the
Mm-hmm.
show and
yeah.
everything, and it'll be too hard.
I wouldn't even try to do that. Yeah.
No, I would definitely. So if you guys, Mark's link is pinned to the top. You can see all the information. You can see the video on the devastation. He has a 10-year-old daughter, so we're trying to get him to help him to rebuild and get
Yeah.
everything back to somewhat normal for you.
You can even click on the GoFundMe link and go to the GoFundMe, and the video is on there as well.
Right. So it is definitely, he is legit, and it unfortunate accident that has happened to him. And I'm sure any of us, if we're a community, we all stick together. I know Gary was having a difficult time, and Patford Farms, Devil Dog. So, we all kind of stick together on things and help each other out. So his link is pinned to the top. Make sure if you are not subscribed that you do it right. Watch a video, which he has several videos on stuff. It's probably going to be difficult. He's not making any new content right now, but don't let that steer you away. He's a good guy, and you can go ahead and reach
Yeah,
out to him.
I'm doing a lot of lives now. While I'm free, I'm pretty much doing research for myself, and I'm sharing it with everybody else. So I figured doing that way, it helps me and it helps everybody as well. But I do plan on doing some content. Just being out here in Arizona, it's kind of hard for me to do any content. Once I get back to New York, I'll probably do some content of the cleanup once the weather breaks back there, and I start cleaning up the fire disaster and everything, and getting ready to hopefully put a new trailer frame up in there to get ready to start building.
Wow, that's a great deal, Cinnamon Girl. That was a steal.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's a good deal for sure. Cinnamon Girl, you're definitely gonna have to email me so I can get you up on my show
Yeah, that's
if you want to.
It's purple too. I went and looked.
Yeah, it is. I thought it was pink or purple one. Yeah, so definitely, guys, reach out to each other because
Yeah.
not all
Yeah,
of us are homestead or outdoors or stuff, but everybody in here is good people.
you can go in my about section. You can click on GoFundMe. It'll take you right to the GoFundMe, and the video's on there if you want to do that. Or you can just go to my lives on my about page in my on my channel. You just go to the lives and look up the fire and medical disaster.
Please pin your burnout video, Mark. Oh God.
Yeah, the video of, but isn't that a short? I thought.
Oh, it's not a car burnout. It's the fire. Sorry, I
Yeah,
didn't mean to
fine.
laugh. I
Yeah,
thought he was burnout
wondering-
or something.
I'm just wondering why you're laughing. I'll get ready to
All
remove
right,
you.
my bad.
I was getting ready to remove you from the stream.
I did make a short video of the fire
Uh-huh.
disaster, just a little one where I broke down and had to ask and stuff. But I was just messing around with this laptop because I don't understand it half of the time, like I did my computer.
Right.
I don't understand that as much as I do my phone either. But I figure as long as I got the free time and stuff, and it keeps my mind busy, I got to start learning different
Can I
things.
come
So
up and show? I'll let
Yep.
Rebecca come up. I'm gonna head out, guys. I got to go to work.
I
But
can have 10 on here.
all right, Cinnamon,
thanks for
thanks.
having me
I'll
on,
be
guys.
looking forward
All
to
all
it.
right, Nora, you don't
All right.
have to leave, but sure.
No, that's,
All
I
right.
gotta get ready for work, LB. Thank you for having me on.
Okay.
All right, Nora, we'll talk to you later.
Do you
All right,
need
guys.
the
Bye-bye.
link, Rebecca? Let me copy and paste the link here. All right. There
Yeah,
you go.
Rebecca, she's donating a quilt to the raffle.
There's
Or
the link for
fundraiser,
anybody
sorry.
wants to join. Come on up. Give me a second here. I think my cat has snuck down here.
12 Stones. Good to see you.
Do you see that blanket behind me?
Okay. Oh yeah.
That is
Wow.
the blanket that is being donated.
Okay.
One with the cherries and tomatoes on it.
Well, I know what it is now, but I'm just going to let everybody think it's cherry tomatoes.
It's cherry. Oh, that doesn't. Where do you get? Oh, I can't see it. Let me see.
It's got apples on it, but we weren't sure
It's
what it
got
was at
apples.
first.
And
Okay,
on the back side, it's all of that is apples. If my brother
Okay.
wants to turn it up, he's back there, then he can pull it from the bottom, brother. I tucked it in behind the couch,
Oh, okay. All right.
you know, so he'll pull that up and show what the backside looks like. It's all just nothing but apples.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You do such a
Yeah.
good job, Rebecca.
I did not quilt that quilt. Did not. My brother-in-law gave it to me, and
Mhm.
it's probably about the size for a twin bed. And I haven't measured
And it's a good
but
quilt
I
too, you
will
know,
be.
'cause it's a good quilt because it's got the apples and everything on it, so it fits into the farming and the homesteading and
It
stuff like
does.
that very well.
Definitely does. But yes, if
Oh,
I
yeah,
if
it's-
I do any quilting, it's hand quilting.
That's you are the crafty person.
Well, there's certain crafts that I don't know how to do, but you know, I have a quilt that I did back in 2006. Took me 11 months from start to finish.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
Rebecca
was-
is the sunshine of
embroidering.
YouTube.
That was embroidering. That was before YouTube. Yes. It was a cross stitch pattern that's called Lone Star.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a 3-panel. So it had 3 different panels that you embroidered
Mm-hmm.
and then sewed them together and then hand quilted that. It was during the time that my dad had passed away, and I was staying with my mom
Mm-hmm.
at that time to keep her alive. And he died in 2006, and then she died in 2017. So
Okay.
we kept her going. You know, most people say, you know, when you lose your spouse, you know, you give up. My brother and I said, nope, that's not going to happen. You
Yeah,
know,
usually that does happen. I mean, people spend 50, 60 years together. It's like your right hand is gone, you know?
yes.
Yep.
So
My
And if
brother's
anybody in chat, if you're not connected with Rebecca, you're missing all the sunshine on YouTube. So make sure you get
You
over.
make me blush every time you say that.
You are the sunshine of YouTube, and I don't care what anybody says.
exactly.
You
And
do so much for everybody and don't ask for a thing in return. You know, I mean, if people want to, you know, go to your about page or whatever, and they want to donate some money or yarn to you, they're more than welcome to, because you do a lot for everyone. You
Mhm.
keep everybody's heads warm for sure.
Or making pot holders or dishcloths. You know, they're
Okay.
so much better than what you get in the store. You know,
And it's like from your hands, you know, it's not like,
It
okay,
is.
you have no idea who made this, you know, and it's like more personal to me. You know, I actually only had the chance to wear my hat once because I only wear a thin hat now because it never got cold or snow. It snowed yesterday for 10 minutes.
oh my.
But now it's an ice storm. So I'd rather drive in the snow than the ice any day. Welcome in, Bud Files and Gary. Good to have you.
But yeah, if anybody in chat is connected with me, stay updated with me, because I have a floor plan designed out and everything for my next build if it happens, and I'm waiting for a building company to get back to me so I know how much that's going to cost me.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing my homework, and you know, it's I'll keep y'all in suspense for now, but definitely you're gonna want to watch when I do a live and talk about what I'm doing for a building process, as long as everything goes okay to where I can get started. And it ain't gonna cost me as much as I thought.
Would a old, you know, like a mobile home trailer frame?
That's
be a
what
good
I'm
one,
looking
you know,
for right
single
now.
wide or something like that, where you
That's
cut it
what I'm
down
looking- That's what I'm looking for, is a mobile home frame right now, and I want to shorten it down to pretty much a park model size.
Yeah.
My brother was supposed to go look at one, but the weather's been so bad in New York, he hasn't gotten around to it. And the frame was bent on it. I said, well, measure from the front to wherever the bend is, and if we can cut it off and use it, then we'll use it. But I have another guy that has one. He said I could probably get from him. I just wait for a price on that. If that one falls through, then there's one on Marketplace for $500. You just have to go and get it. And if I get the one that's closer to my house, which were the first two, then you just haul it down the road and not have to worry about nothing.
True.
Well, that's
very,
a start,
very
you
true.
know.
And just getting, I know that there's there are axles under there, and it has a special type tire, and you got to think about that of having that type of special tire. Are they ever going to stop making them?
No, they're all pretty much the same on every mobile home frame you look at. They might have changed them, from the 70s to the 90s, but other than that, they're pretty much the same.
Well, that's good, because you want something kind of universal that later on that you have to replace something. So,
yeah. Belt Loop, good to see you, brother. Belt Loop's a big supporter of, trying to help us out as well. I appreciate everything that he does every week. I mean, if he's not doing the shout out on his Sunday shout outs about us, somebody else is. I mean, everybody's trying to help us out as much as possible.
Very, very supportive. There's a lot of supportive people. Hey, Black Guns.
Yeah, and we appreciate everybody and love everybody. I might not make everybody's channel all the time, but I'm usually around.
Yeah, if anybody new coming in, go ahead.
In fact, today I'm going to be uploading a picture. Yesterday, when Corinne and Craig came through Columbia, we went over and met them of our corn-fed life. And it was really, really sweet what they did for Ronald and I. I honestly thought I was going to pay half my bill, and they took care of it. I was like, wow, they're really nice people too.
Cinnamon, I'm in Watkins Glen, New York. I'm right in the Finger Lakes and wine country. I live out in the country. I live right next to the racetrack. For if anybody follows NASCAR, I live right next to the road course up there in New York. I'm only like a mile and a half from it. I've lived there my whole life. I mean, I did leave a few times. I've been to Alabama, Tennessee, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Las Vegas. I've lived in all them places, but I always went back home.
That's what we usually always do. I left here in 79 when I went into the military. And I just came back 8 years ago because my mom is, she's up there now, in her 80s. So I figure I need to get back home. And I think everybody does that, eventually comes back. And it was just a point of getting used to the cold and the snow again. But
right.
And then, of course, I built me a little she shed. So when she starts getting on my nerves, I just sneak off to my she shed.
Yeah, like I said, I've worked hard labor my whole life. So I've been on the pipeline construction down south. I did maintenance on restaurants and stuff in Las Vegas. I did maintenance at the Caesar's Palace in Pennsylvania. I hung drywall in Maryland. I did sewer installations for housing complexes in Virginia. So, I mean, that's all I've ever done my whole life. And, I was born and raised on a dairy farm for the first 15 years of my life.
I'm not even close to the state I was born in. And I was 2 and my family left, and I've never been back.
You're in Missouri, right, Rebecca?
I'm in Missouri. It's where my mom was born and raised.
Okay.
And I was born out in Southern California, but I've never been back. That's some people that think, you go close back to where you are. And no, I came close to where my parents were. It's where my parents came back to. And my dad was born in Kansas.
Right.
Yeah.
Cinnamon, I know where Howell Caverns is. I've actually been there. That's out by the Catskill Mountains. That's where a lot of people from Jersey and the city go, is out there that way.
That must be the other part of Jersey. Yeah, that must be the other part of Jersey, because I lived on the Jersey Shore. So where I had a house in Toms River, which was right across the bridge from Seaside. So that was my area. So I used to commute to New York City. So look at jailbait. I was born in the state of confusion. Hey, you know what? Your ears must have been ringing, Frontier. I was just talking about you about a half an hour ago. We were talking about subs that have been with us for a long time. Now, Frontier and subscribed to me. I was like, what is big channel, man? This huge channel is subscribing to me. I got like 30 people. So yeah, and we're still connected. And that's pretty wild. We were just talking about you. You and Dave Collier. Dave Collier, and we've been together for about a year or two.
Wow. Well, I'm gonna get off of here because my brother and I need to walk the dogs.
Okay. All right, Rebecca. Thank you for coming
Gotta
on.
go and do their business.
All right, but make sure you type in woman so people can reach us.
We will.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you,
Rebecca.
I
Rebecca.
just wanted you
Bye-bye.
to be able to see that blanket. And
Okay, that's
I know
awesome.
that Blue. I know Blue. He's like telling me, I gotta go now, Mom. Guys,
Okay.
take it easy. At least
You
everybody got
too.
to see that beautiful blanket.
Awesome.
Yep. Thanks, Rebecca. See you
You're
later.
welcome.
Love you.
You're welcome. I love you too. Bye.
Hey, Burnaby. Good to see you. Yeah, Cinnamon Girl is in Jersey too. Further north than I was. I was kind of not south, in between. So I was probably about an hour from New York. Although I used to take the parking ride to there. Hey, Craig, welcome in.
I went to New York City once for like 24 hours and I left. I didn't want to go back. I'm
Yeah.
sure it'd been more enjoyable if I was there with somebody that knew how to get around and stuff. Then it'd probably been better. But me and my dad, we went down there, and my mom and my ex, and we went down there to just go down for a couple of days. And after the first day, we just said, "Oh, we're out of here." Me and my dad almost got arrested the first 15 minutes we were there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because they would block the streets off for some festival or something, and our hotel was right there. They wouldn't let us go in there at all.
Oh, wow. Yeah. It's I'm sure it's changed. I worked there for about 22 years. And unfortunately I was down there for 9/11 also. So things were pretty devastating for like a year. So and we all lost our job after that because there was just no revenue or anything in downtown. I worked by Staten Island Ferry and Whitehall Street, right around the corner from the stock exchange. So I don't.
Jailbait, I do have a live scheduled, but it's not until March 18th. I have a few other ones that wanted to come up and do lives and stuff, but they just, I give them my phone number to call me so we can schedule it real fast, but they want that people like doing back and forth emails, and it drives me nuts, but it's what I got to do. So I'm kind of waiting on whether somebody's ready to do it or not. I just tell them, send me 3 days you're ready and 3 times that you can do it on those days, and I'll schedule it in on one of them.
Yeah, and if anybody in the chat can get Mark up, on your live to help him out, because a lot of us are going to be donating stuff for his fundraiser, and we did change it to fundraiser because we did find out that when you say raffle and tickets, that it's a strike against you. Now, anybody up here says different, just make sure that we do know this, because we definitely don't want this taken away from him. So we're calling it a fundraiser / and it's donations. So I'm donating a drone, and it is a brand new drone. It has been sitting here. I cannot use it. So why not give it away for a good cause?
Yeah.
So we
and
want
if
to.
any channels want to donate to help out, these shirts, hoodies, hats, if you have a merch, and you want to help out that way, just get a hold of Backwoods Misfit, email him, and you can tell him what you got, and he'll put you down on there, and then you'll get a number on the wheel as well to hopefully win something on the fundraiser.
Yeah,
Jailbait, if you can find Backwoods Misfits channel and throw it on there. Not the adventure one, just the Backwoods Misfit.
Yeah, if you could drop his link. and that way people can reach out to him also.
Yeah, and keeping in touch with him too keeps you updated on the fundraiser and things that are going on too, because he updates it a little bit here and there, and it kind of helps.
You are allowed to post, but we want that to be more personal on his page. That's why I want people to reach out to him, watch a video, connect to him, get to know his story, what happened to him in November. And that way you can know who Mark is, not just giving Mark money or doing this for him. Get to know him, because, we're all family, we're all a community here, and we're all here to help each other. And I know, like Mark, it's hard for him to ask for help. So, it's gracious for people to do this, because we've done it for, several other people, and they're really grateful for it. And, we all have been there where we needed a hand for something,
Yep. And like I said, I have plenty of ways people can donate. If they want to send a check or Home Depot cards, Lowe's cards, they can just email me and give me their channel name there with whatever they want from me, which is my address or whatever. Then I'll give it to them. They can send a check, Home Depot card, Lowe's card, anything like that, where I can buy supplies or put money in the check in a savings account for the rebuild and everything. And I have in my about sections my GoFundMe, Cash App, PayPal, and Zelle. So there's plenty of ways to help if you don't want to be put on the wheel or whatever. Just if you do the GoFundMe one and you want to be put on the wheel, make sure you put down in the comment section that your channel name, because we don't want to put anybody's real names out there unless your channel name is your real name. Just make sure you put it down in channel name with your real name. Then we know. Or I should say then Steve knows, and he can put it on the wheel and keep track of everything.
So his link is pinned to the top of his channel. Make sure you guys reach out to him. Okay. Watch some videos. Watch the video on the unfortunate devastation of his home. So you can kind of see he has a 10-year-old daughter also. So we want to see them all back together and, trying to get back on his feet.
Yeah, and hopefully on the 1st, I'll have the slideshow ready, and I'll have all the info in there for the fundraiser and everything too. So, as long as you're connected with me or Backwoods Misfit, I'll also be emailing that same slideshow over to Belt Loop 29. Devil Dog will have it. And I'll try to email it to all the channels I could possibly think of that, and if they can share it and put it up on their page for a video, then it just helps out. I'm not going to beg them to do it. I'm just going to send it to them and ask them if they could do it. And if they do, they do. If they don't, they don't.
George, if you're coming in, if anybody new coming in, Mark had a house fire and he lost everything back in November. So he's trying to get back on his feet, trying to build. And if you go to his page, you'll see different ways where you can help him out. So go ahead, and his channel name is linked to the top.
Yeah, the only thing I have left from my farm is my building that was a carport. I just closed it in over the summer for my I was going to turn it into my office, and we were just getting ready to get quail and rabbits, but now that's all on hold because I have to rebuild the house.
Right. You didn't have any livestock there during the fire, did you?
Nope, we were just getting ready to start that whole process. I'm really glad I didn't have a dog or a cat, because that would have hurt even more.
Oh yeah,
because they would have been in the house.
Yeah, that's devastation too. I mean, because our furry friends are become family, and I'm sorry, me, I would run back in the house. I mean, I may have, something happened to me, but I can't see them.
Anybody that sees the slideshow that's going to be coming up, you see exactly what I saw when I got there. Because it took me like 5 minutes, 10 minutes to get out of my car. So there was a little bit more there. But, after I got done breaking down and got out, I took pictures of exactly how it was. And that's all I had of it. I mean, it was pretty much gone. And by the time it was done and over with, it was gone. There's nothing there but rubble.
Yeah, that's so sad to see. But you know what? It's going to make you stronger, and you know what? It's It's unfortunate, but I think
Yeah.
it makes you stronger. Any kind of tragedy events, just like me having cancer. I mean,
Right.
when the doctor told me, well, you're in stage 4 cancer, the first thing I asked was, am I going to lose my hair? Now, most people would ask, am I going to die? But I asked, because you said you got to have chemo. I was like, well, am I going to lose my hair? And I do have a lot of hair. I know you guys see me in different hats, but I do have a lot of hair. So, yeah, it was devastating. And I said, you know what? I am not going to give up. And I have a little video that I made for my whole year of struggling with it. I still went out camping. I was hooked up to a port, giving chemo, and I was camping. I said, because I think that recovering things, whether it's losing your home or getting sick, is that it makes you stronger, because you can either give up, roll over, or you can stand up and move on. So that's what you're doing. You're going to stand up and move on. So you're not going to give up, because you got your little girl helping you out too.
Yeah.
So
The one thing that got me though is when I told my daughter that we lost our house, she broke down a little bit too. And she's like, the first thing she pretty much said to me is, Daddy, my new boots were in there. She
aw,
loved them new boots. That's all she
yeah,
really cared about was them boots, because she wanted them so bad and she got them. And
yeah.
right after Christmas, her grandmother bought her a new pair exactly the same. So she ended
Mhm.
up pretty happy about that.
That's
And,
good.
we had a lot, we had some friends, around the area that got everything around to, get Christmas presents for my daughter and everything. Cause we lost everything in the house, all her Christmas presents and everything were in there. My tax
Mm.
money was in there to pay my taxes too. So I
Ah,
still owe on that. Um, but, you know, she ended up having a good Christmas, and that's what made me happy. That's all that mattered to me was her and her
mm,
happiness. To try to get something back, I was able to give her $100 gift card to Walmart, and
mhm.
she went and she spent the whole $100 on new art supplies, and she probably lost 4 times that in the house.
Right.
She had all her painting supplies, art supplies, and everything.
Mhm.
She loves her art and her painting and everything. She wants to be an artist when she grows up, and she wants to own an art gallery. That's her dream. Um,
Wow.
and most kids don't even know what they want to do right now at 10 years old,
I
but play
know.
video games.
Unfortunately, yeah.
But
So,
yeah, I mean, we had, my brother, thanks to him, we got an RV that we were able to stay in for the time being.
mm,
I had to max my credit card out to put the skirting around it to get it winterized and everything. So it's done. That way it was done right just after Christmas while I stayed for a few more weeks. Then my girlfriend
mhm.
brought me out here. She said, I'll buy you a round trip ticket, get you out here. So I was able to get away. And then when I get back, I'll be able to just plug it in, turn the breaker on, turn the water on, and I'm ready to go. Um, and I I thank him for that every day. I talk to him. My sister, she let me stay in her house for a couple weeks until the RV was ready and set up, and I thank her for that too. And and I had a friend that um, helped out a lot with trying to get us, the blankets and the pillows and everything
Mhm.
we needed for the RV to keep warm, and some clothes for my daughter. They got a few things from me, but I told everybody, don't worry about me. I just worry about my kid. Um, and Red
Right.
Cross, they gave us a $500 gift card to go shopping and get clothes, which I ended up using
That's
on me
awesome.
mostly because, I'm 6'6" and I can't buy secondhand clothes most of the time.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
so I ended up spending most of it on me. Got my daughter, her new undergarments, because I'm like, you ain't getting no secondhand or from somebody else. We'll get you new
Oh,
stuff.
no,
So,
not that. Yeah.
um, but yeah, I mean, we were taken care of, enough to get us by.
Mm.
Everybody's like, "Oh, I could buy you this. I could buy you." I was like, "No, I don't want that. I just need enough to get by right now." Everybody kept asking about an Amazon wish list. I'm like, "No, I'm not doing that either." I mean, sure, I have an Amazon wish list. I have a pretty big one, because I was rebuilding the house.
Mhm.
Um, but I'm like, we can't take stuff in that we have to store somewhere because we don't have no place to store it. Sure, I could put it in my barn, but if I'm going to be using it as my workshop and storing supplies and everything for a new build, I can't have that new stuff sitting in there and probably getting damaged or something. So I put the wish list on hold to put on my channel.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to take it one step at a time. You can't just like buy everything at once. So it's going to have to come in steps, and you got to prioritize what you need first, what you can do first. And yeah, don't try to tackle everything at once. It's like moving to a house and trying to remodel. Well, I'm going to have to do one room at a time, one thing at a time. First we'll do flooring. Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to take you time to do everything, but you know, like Gary said, you know, tragedies actually gain you a lot of special friends, new friends. So, you know, it's not all so bad. You know, you got support out here in the community.
Buck
So,
Williams says, I'm jealous of his ponytail. Mine's
I
only
know.
half that long. Well, you know, this has been a few years. Me and my daughter, when we first started out, I said, well, let's see whose hair can get to her butt first. Well, after about 9 months, she gave up, and I didn't. I just let it keep growing, and I haven't cut any of it off yet. But I said, when I would get to 10,000 subscribers, I'll shave my head and donate my hair.
10,000? Did you say 10,000?
Yeah. I'm not going to do it at 1,000 because I'd have 1,000 in like a month just so people
Like a
see
month.
me shave my head.
Oh, we'll make it 2,000 then. 10,000.
No,
You know, you're gonna be retired by then. You can't
no.
do it.
I figured by the time I get to 10,000, maybe it'll be to my butt, and then I'll donate my hair.
Well, that'd be good if you donate it.
Yeah, that's my plan.
Gary had a good suggestion here. Rita, she's awesome. I mean, I love watching her. She does keto too, but she's just such a bouncy, happy person. She would be awesome. Reach out to her, Rita's Roost. Rita, if you're here, type in woman so you can drop your link, and yeah, reach out to Rita. So,
Yeah,
and
if anybody's new in here that is connected with me, make sure you drop your link so I can connect back. I try to support everybody as much as I can. You may not see me on a lot of your videos or a lot of your lives or anything like that, but I always try to make my rounds, especially those that come over to my channel and are in my lives and they support me. I try to support them as much as possible. Those that, you know, help us with our fundraiser and promoting everything to help us out. I really try to push myself to connect with them as much as possible and watch their videos, like Belt Loop 29 and Devil Dog. I mean, they do the Good Cop Bad Dog show, and I don't make it there for them lives, but I usually end up watching it at 2 hours straight through. It might be on twice the speed, but I watch it.
yeah, it's hard because I mean it's like Sheena is halfway decent hour, but I can't be up at 2:00 in the morning because if I do, I'll be up all night and I won't be able to sleep. Hey, Victoria, there is Rita's link. Go ahead and save that link to Rita's Roost and reach out to her. Like
Yeah,
I said,
I just connected.
Okay, yeah. So make sure you save a video. She has some awesome videos. I mean, she is just a happy-go-lucky person, and I love watching her. You know, like you said, I will watch a lot of videos sometimes, and you know, I'll put them in my watch later or my catch up, and I'm like 6 days behind on videos. But you know, don't let it stop you. You know, and
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. The more subscribers you get, the harder it is to keep up with everybody. But I always try to make an effort to get over there. It might not be at every video or every live, but I always try to make an effort to get in there, watch a few minutes of it even, and leave a comment, hit the like button. Same way with the lives. I always go in, hit the like button, chat, you know, throw in chat, howdy, which is my thing. And I watch a few minutes of it and then I leave. If you just go in and you hit that like button and you leave, most of the time it doesn't work.
Well, you know, if it's a live stream, it does help the analytics just to pop in there. I'll say, listen, I'm at work. Just pop it in for support. And sometimes I'll keep it running in my pocket. But when I work only Saturday, Sunday, Mondays. And of course, a lot of people drop videos on Saturday and Sundays. So I have to put it in catch up. And, you know, there's a lot of premieres. So, hey, Victoria, I want to let you know I did not forget about you. I do have a little package, too, that I wanted to add. So I didn't forget about you, hon. Hey, Alvin, how you doing? So a lot of people, this is Mark. I see a few new people coming in, and we were just trying to pass the word to everybody. There will be a fundraiser for Mark, and you guys reach out to him, connect to his channel. You will see his complete story on his losing his house in a fire. So you guys can look at his different ways that you can help him out. And it doesn't have to be a ton of things like the fundraiser. If you just want to donate a piece of jewelry or something, everything that is donated is going to help him. So
Yep. The fire and medical disaster is alive on my channel. So just go to that, look for the medical or fire and medical disaster, or just go to the GoFundMe link in my about section. Click on that. It'll take you right to the GoFundMe, and the video's on there as well.
hey, Buck, I'm not sure if I said hi to you, but hello. And hello, anybody else I might have missed coming in. So yeah, I mean, he has all the different links and a way to help him and help him rebuild and, get his life back together for him and his daughter. So yeah, if you guys want to drop your link in the chat, just type in woman and it will drop your link. Just like Nora just did. Nora, I thought you had to go to work. I do that sometimes at work. I'll go sneak off in the bathroom. I was like, okay, let me just watch this real quick. They're like, LB, are you okay? You've been in there for an hour. My stomach hurts. My stomach is not doing good. I have to sit here for a while. So I'll do that sometimes. Because that's why I only work Saturday, Sunday, Monday, because a lot of premieres are dropped on Friday. I do have a video drop in of myself, but it was too long. It was 40 minutes long. So I divided it up to part 1 and part 2 because I know how I am. Sometimes, unless I'm watching a movie, it's hard to have attention span of watching 40 minutes. And it's a good video, but I figured I needed to split it in half.
Anybody that's new that's come in or whatever, if you've dropped your link, I've connected with you as far as I know. And my link is pinned at the top if you want to connect with me and learn more about tiny homes and homesteading, farming, pretty much anything that has to do with living a daily life and a better life with small incomes even.
Victoria, I have it. You left me all the information in Messenger, but I had been out camping and I needed to get a bubble wrap so I could put some stuff in there for you. But also, Mark, did I send you a sticker?
No, I don't think anybody's really sent me much. I mean, I gave my mailing address out to a couple people, but I just haven't put it out there too much.
I'll wait till you get all settled in and stuff.
Like I said, if people want my address, they just got to connect with me in the email. Just shoot me an email. Let me know your channel name and let me know, if you need it for sending something for me or whatever, then I'll throw you my address and you can just send me whatever. I don't give it out to just about anybody. So if I don't know the channel name, then I have no idea who you are. The channel name, I can go click on it and make sure that I'm, connected with you. And then I go that route pretty much. But until I get a PO box, I really haven't put it out there on my about section or nothing. And that's just mostly for the safety of my daughter. I mean, not that it would get too far up my driveway, and you wouldn't sure as heck wouldn't get out of my driveway.
Right. You'd love some stickers. Well, email me, Cinema Girl, your address. Yeah, I'm the same way. It's like ever since I got hacked 4 months ago, I'm just very, very careful of what I click on, what I see, because I just don't want to chance it again. I mean, they hijacked my email. I lost over 1,000 contacts email. They hijacked my Netflix. They hijacked Instagram. They hijacked Twitter. The only thing, they blocked me out of YouTube, but I didn't lose my channel. So, but it was 3 months of getting everything back. So I made a new email, and so I'm very, very careful of what I give out.
Yeah. And once I get back home, I got some mail calls to do. Me and my daughter did a live mail call here like a week ago from Devil Dog, and he
Mm-hmm.
actually come up on the panel, which was really cool. Um, so my daughter enjoyed that. But I got a few mail calls to do once I get back home with my daughter. I'm gonna have her help me with all the mail calls, and we're gonna start doing sticker boards and everything too. So. Um, It'll be something that she can be a part of, and she loves being a part of my channel. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if she's not in the video, she's running the camera if she's with me.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to use the tripod. Speaking of tripod, I got to buy a new one of those. So I just broke it the other day, but
Uh-oh.
yeah,
No,
and
you didn't.
I lost my good ones in the house, but
Uh-huh.
I bought a cheap one, and well, now I know why it was cheap.
Yeah, you know what though? Some things I've got off of Amazon, and it's held up pretty good. I always though, if you want to reach out to JJ Drones, as far as electronics are concerned, this guy is a guru. He's suggested this mic and this. I said, well, I don't have tons of money to spend, but I need something that's going to last me. And this thing has been perfect. It's been perfect. The only thing that I bought recently was a clip-on microphone. Oh, it's horrible. It's really bad. But he gives you all kind of information on different stuff. What's good and what's not. So, but the tripod I got from Amazon has been holding tough for 2 years, and I'm brutal because I'm out in the woods with the thing. I mean, it's fallen 100 times, so and it's still hanging in there. So I think I spent like 20 some bucks for it. So
Yeah,
it's well worth.
I gotta get some stickers done up. Belt Loop just said that Devil Dog's keeper is going to start making stickers and stuff. I'd like to have some done up like my avatar. I think it's my avatar's on here.
Okay, so I guess that's a little cheaper than going through Sticker Mule.
So I'd like to have some done up like that.
Oh, that's nice. It's like the sunset in the woods.
That was a sunrise.
Sunrise, yeah, sunrise.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, JJ Drones. If you haven't reached out to, and you know what, there's two JJ's drones in there. I noticed, but he's actually on my featured channel. Him and Gary both are on my featured channel. If you go to my page, check out JJ Drones, and so Gary's got the camera, headphones, Blue Yeti. So
yeah, I mean, some people are like, I come over and help you with watch hours. I don't want you to come help me with watch hours. If you're going to come over to my channel, come over and watch my channel like everybody else does. I don't do the, sub for sub thing. Just, I don't want somebody running my playlist constantly just for me to get the watch hours. If I can't, because I want to be able to keep up on the watch hours once I get over that 1,000 point. If it takes me until the 2,000 or 3,000 connections to keep up with that 4,000 watch hours, then that's what I have to do. I don't want to have to fight and keep doing all the lives and try to throw content out there that I'm not really into to get those watch hours. That's just how I'm trying to work my channel. I see too many people struggling all the time and trying to always on YouTube for hours and hours just for watch hours, and I don't want to do that.
No, I'm the same way. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit of ways from my watch hours, and you know what, I'm not really, concerned so much about being monetized. I mean, I like to get the watch hours, but I don't do live streams a lot, and I do this as my regular Thursday one, and so I'm thinking about squeezing in one more. So for my calculations, if I do that, I should be June. So
yeah, and I've been thinking about coming up with a weekly show. My lives, when it comes to the interviews, you never know when they're going to be. I pretty much go with the schedule that person I'm doing the live with. If they're free on a Monday, then that's when they're free, whether it's 10 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock at night. It could be any day of the week. I have no clue. And, people are always worried about stepping on other people's toes, and you can't worry about that. If, a channel you watch is live and, you shouldn't be doing it because they're live, then I don't know.
I tried that.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
do it when I can to fit somebody in because of their schedule. People work, people have families. When they're free, and that's what I go by. I don't do a regular scheduled live, but I am thinking about doing one here eventually, but on not really doing interviews, more of a some other type of a situation. I just haven't quite figured it all out yet, so I don't want to put it out there completely.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I was doing that. I was actually going down the list. Okay, this one's on Wednesday at 5.
Yeah.
This one's on Thursday at 2. No, I was like, I can't do it. I can't work around it. So I have to
Yeah.
do it when it's convenient for me. I work Saturday, Sunday, and Mondays. So I know that, only way I can do Saturdays is in the evening. Sundays, during the day, because I work different shifts. So the thing about it is that you got to do it when you got to do it. There
Yeah.
are like me and Nora, and I know Nora does, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So that gives me Tuesday and Thursday and maybe Saturday to do it. So, yeah, Victoria, whenever you feel better, Victoria actually was a big channel, and unfortunately something happened and she lost her channel, but, we're trying to get her back up. So
Yeah,
that hurt.
Traveling Tramp says it's tough without friends watching. It requires over 70 hours a week. Only friends got us over. Yeah, see, and I don't have like any of my Facebook friends, any of my family or anything coming over to my YouTube. I've tried getting them to come over. They don't want to. They don't want to.
Mhm.
Pretty much all of the people that I've gotten is from YouTube and from the communities and stuff. And that's how my channel is going to grow.
Right.
And I'm fine with that. I'm not worried about, yes, I want to get monetized. Everybody does. But I won't have the, um, join my channel and stuff and pay this and pay that. If people want to donate to help my channel out, they can just send it to my Zelle, Cash App, or my PayPal, and that's it. I'm not going to mess around with all that other stuff. It's too much.
Yeah, you got a lot going on your plate right now. So,
Yeah. Well, I just want, my supporters are going to be my supporters. They're going to support me any way they want to and any way they can. But when you have
Mhm.
that little dollar sign down there and they click on it and they're throwing money in there, YouTube takes a big chunk of that. So
Mhm.
why give it to them?
Exactly. So, yeah, that's what I heard. They do take a big chunk out. So,
Yeah. I mean,
sometimes it's better.
I've done it a few times, like for Devil Dog, for their anniversary, I sent some money over there. Did I have the money to do it? No, but I did it. And the only reason why I did it because I knew he sent a gift card to my daughter, in a mail call, and he pretty much got that money back. Because so it really didn't hurt me none, no matter what. And there's a couple other channels, I've thrown a couple dollars here or there, but not
Mhm.
too much. I don't like to do that because I know YouTube takes a big percentage of it.
Yeah. So it's better to maybe just reach out to you directly or, send it to you. So,
Yeah,
yeah, I know.
that's what I like about the Cash App and the PayPal. You can send it to them, and friends to family
Yeah.
on the PayPal thing, and it goes where you want it to go, and it doesn't get split between a second
Mhm.
party.
Right. Exactly. So you got a lot going on. I'm sorry. This is my only downfall. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs, but I vape because
Yeah,
about 5 years ago, I wanted a cigarette. And I'm like, I can't do that again. Especially now they're like $10 a pack.
yeah.
You
See,
know.
I quit smoking like 13, 14 years ago. It might have been 15 years ago now, something like that. Um, and I've always chewed. I was born and raised on a farm. I was pretty much running around in diapers with a chew in my mouth. My brothers were all the same way. My cousins, everybody, and up on the hill in the different farms and stuff. Everybody had a chew, and I always chewed. Did quit a couple years ago. My daughter says, "I want you to quit, Daddy," and I did. I quit. But then
Mhm.
when my kidney stones and everything started kicking in, I was laid up in a tiny home down in Tennessee and had to have surgery down there. I just had to have something to kind of calm me down, and I went back to chewing. And I planned on quitting the first of this year, but
Mhm.
then I lost my house and I didn't quit.
Yeah,
My
that
girlfriend's
probably
like, "You
made it
said you were
worse.
going to quit," and I was like, it did. Um, and now that I don't sleep much either, I get a couple hours a day, and I'm up all night long, and I throw a chew in, and I chew twice as much, but that's just it. Helps keep me calm. Without it, I'd probably go nuts right now.
Yeah, because you're not going to take a drink. All right.
Yeah,
Do not, do
exactly.
not,
And
do not resort to that because that's only going to make matters worse for
yeah,
you if you did that.
yeah,
So,
exactly. And
you know,
I know if it wasn't for the chewing, I'd probably go back to drinking, and I'm not going to find any answers or any help at the bottom of a bottle. And that
no.
was always my go-to when I wasn't out, drinker all the time. I mean, those of you that are in here now, I used to drink a 30 pack a day and a half a bottle of liquor, and that was every day. And on Friday and Saturdays, I'd probably drink twice as much. And it was from the time I got up in the morning till the time I went to bed or passed out. Um, and I quit drinking because of my daughter.
Mhm.
If it wasn't for her, I don't know where I'd be right now. I might be 6 feet under, or I'd be just still the way I was, and maybe worse.
Mhm.
But she's
City.
changed my life. She's everything to me, and those that know me and follow my channel know that my daughter is my world.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't do it for yourself too, though, I mean, I in the same boat. I mean, I had to do it for myself, and so if I didn't, I ruined a lot of family relationships, a lot of friends and stuff. So, you know, I can definitely understand what you're saying, but
Yeah.
you can't depend on that now because you got to be strong, and I think you got it in you. You got a great community. I mean, these people are not just subs that are in here. This
Yeah.
is family.
Yeah,
We're all
there's
family.
channels out there that are like, man, no matter what I've gone through, I'm still out there supporting everybody and doing what I have to, putting content out there still and doing lives and and I'm doing getting back into the interviews and everything again. And it keeps me busy and it keeps me happy. I mean,
Hmm.
that's what makes me happy is trying to help everybody else and while I'm helping myself. And I enjoy it. I love almost 99% of the people that are on YouTube, I love them, that are connected with me. I had to block a couple people, just because that's the way it is on YouTube. Just like
Yeah.
Facebook or anything else, you got to block them or whatever. I mean, in normal life, if somebody you don't like, you just pretty much stay away from them as much as possible.
Hmm.
It's just, it's just the way it is. And I mean, there's a lot of people on here to support me and they're helping me out as much as possible. And I appreciate every bit of it. My daughter does too. And I mean, we love everybody that we are connected with.
Yeah, and the ones that don't are the ones who just looking for a sub for sub. I don't
Yeah.
bother. I don't bother because those are not going to be long-term people. Those are people who are going to
Yep.
come and go, and you know what? They're never going to watch your channel. They're never going to support you. So
Yeah. And it's like, a lot of the big channels, that have, 100,000 subscribers and more, they
mhm,
won't look twice at you. They won't email you back or nothing.
mm-mm,
If they do, then they're one of the good ones. Um, it wouldn't matter if I had 1 million subscribers. If somebody reached out to me for certain reasons of, needing me on their channel or coming over and going to live with me or whatever, I'd help them out as much as I could. It's just the way I am. I'd like to help people, and like I said, it was hard for me to ask for help when I'm usually the one trying to help everybody else. That's why Belt Loop 29, Devil Dog, and a few others. I just got hooked with them, because we got the same hearts,
yeah,
and that's what we try to do. We try to help out as much as possible. The fundraiser thing's a hard thing to do. I mean, you get a lot of backlash from it. You get the naysayers and stuff, and those that are hurt and whatever think you're doing it to make yourself look better. And we're not above anybody else. We're not trying to make ourselves look better when we do it. We're just doing it because it's kindness of our hearts. It's just some people just take it way too far out of context, and
mhm.
it makes them look bad more than it does to yourself.
Yeah, it does. I mean, but you concentrate on you. I mean, you'll later on down the line, you'll be able to give back to people when you want to. But
Yep.
that shouldn't be your priority should be, and it's not being selfish. It's just this is what you
Yep.
have to do right now. You got to help out
Yep.
you and help out your daughter. So like Belt Loop says, we care about people, and some of the folks that we think though are being selfish, you actually are giving to others. I mean, you got to look at Gary, Jailbait. He was going through a tough time too, but my goodness, he sent me a cooking book, some bait and stuff. He
Right.
didn't have to do that, but that was from the bottom of his heart, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah. I mean,
You
I'll
never
always
expect
help people
something.
out. I'll always help people out no matter what. It's just the way I'm wired, and
Mm,
even though right now it's about me. I know it's
yeah.
about me right now, but I still try
Mhm,
to help people when I can. Um, and like, come Chris comes around winter time again, if I have the money, yeah, me and my daughter are still going to be packing up care bags and trying to help the homeless out.
mhm,
Water is gold to them. Not it's for drinking, washing, cooking, everything.
mhm.
I mean, water is like a big thing when it comes to being homeless. Um, and it's the way I'm raising my daughter to be. And if we can do it, we can do it. I mean, there's people out there that I've helped um, raise money for their whether it was cancer or getting parts for their vehicle or anything like that. I don't even see them trying to help me now, but that's okay. I feel
Mhm,
good though, you know,
mhm.
and that's what matters. If they don't want to come over and, donate to our devastation, then they're the ones that have to live with that. I don't.
Exactly. I mean, some people are having it rough. I mean, this day and age, eggs $10 a dozen. I know everybody's having it bad. So, and whatever little that you can, give. And my mother is about the most giving person you can meet. And I was like, Mom, why are you giving to all these people? And when I was young, and it's like, now I know why, because she's so blessed. I mean, she's blessed beyond being blessed, and it's from her giving heart. She doesn't do it just like, okay, I'm going to get this back on my taxes, or I'm going to write this off, whatever. That's not how she is, and she's so blessed. And I look up to that now.
Right.
Why?
Exactly. Belt loop. Character is more important than reputation.
Yeah, some of these channels just want to be big channels, be famous and all that. You know what? I make a video of what I like to do. And I've been
Yeah.
doing it for years. And somebody said, "Oh, you should start a YouTube channel." I'm like, okay, but I don't want to be those people behind the camera who's like, "Oh, well, I got to do this and I got to do that." I just do what I like to do, whether you don't like it or not. So, that's the way it is.
Yeah, exactly. Mark, where are you at? If you're in Yuma, Arizona, just call me and we can get together and chat. George, I'm not in Yuma. I'm in Scottsdale. And it's hard for me to find free time to be able to go do stuff because when my girlfriend's free, we do what she wants. And I think she's got something planned for me this weekend. I'm not sure what it is yet. She won't tell me. She throws me a lot of surprises.
Hmm.
And I can't help but love her, and she spoils me, and I wish she wouldn't. I mean,
Oh no, stop.
not only did she pay for my round trip ticket to come out here for Christmas after the fire and everything, but she just knew I needed to get away. She's like, I can put the money in your account for your rebuild, or you can come out here. And she's like,
Hmm.
I want you to come out here. And I said, I think I need to get away, which I did. Um,
Hmm.
and then she even still, had bought me a few things for out here, and she even sent money to the Zelle account for the rebuild as well. And I told her she shouldn't do that.
She loves you. She cares about you, and it's just like everybody else who's helping you out. I mean, they care about you. They care. It's like, even if I didn't know you, and you suffered that devastation, I have helped out people I don't even know, but help them out because I can understand. I mean, losing everything, regardless whether it's a fire, hurricane, flood, whatever. I Every time I watch it on TV, it's like I start to cry. It's like, they've lost like pictures that are 100 years old of people, wedding rings. Just sometimes it's just the small things that's devastating. So yeah,
Right.
Buck, you're a legend in your own mind. Hey, Shadow Swede, welcome in.
Well, it's like some people, they look at me and they get a little scared of me. I'm 6'6", and I'm built pretty good. You know what I mean? And yet, I'm fully tattooed. I mean, my arms, I got sleeves and everything. I got my daughter's names on my neck, and I got my ears pierced, long hair, and people just
Yeah.
look at image sometimes, and I mean, anybody
It-
that's sat here and listened to me or seen me
mhm.
on YouTube know yeah, I've got that look and everything, but that's just my look. But I'm a big old softy.
Yeah, those are usually the ones. I seen this guy on YouTube. It's the same thing, ponytail, tattooed, everything else. Who rescued a bunch of little kittens. I was like,
Right.
really? That's really cute. So yeah, Randy wants a sugar mama if anybody is ready to volunteer there. Yeah, and Belt Loop says she asked when I find her when she could come along as a maid. Carrie, you guys are funny. Well, I got to take Mama for her errands. So I'm going to let everybody know if you have not reached out to Mark. His link is to his channel is pinned on the top. He has all the information, all the videos, and make sure you go to Backwoods Mindset
Misfit.
Misfit. Yeah, there's a Backwoods Mindset, isn't there?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
on his channel about 3 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, Backwood Misfit. So I can drop that channel also, and then we can all reach out if you have anything you want to donate to the fundraiser.
Fundraiser.
Just reach out to him, and I will be reaching out to him later on. And just a little teaser: I'm giving away a drone. Okay, you better call. You go drone.
Drone.
Everybody kept running. So yeah, and anybody else that reach out to some of the other people, and you guys reach out to him and do some interviews. Let's all get the word out. What's going on, and let's help Mark, because Mark has always been helpful to other people in his lifetime, and we should all pay it forward and help others out. I've been going through Starbucks, and everybody knows Starbucks, kind of expensive coffee, but I do like it, and I would treat myself. And I go up to the drive-through, and they're like, "Well, it's paid for." So the person ahead of me paid. So I was like, "Well, I'll pay for the person behind me." I mean, it's hey,
Yep.
I've done like,
I've even
ooh,
done that.
yeah,
And I don't, I live on $1,100 a month. If my daughter did something great in school, or she did a play or something, and
mhm.
we'd go, she'd be like, "I want a frozen chocolate milk and a donut from Dunkin' Donuts." We'd go in through the drive-through, and just out of kindness of our hearts, we'd pay for the person behind us sometimes.
Yeah.
It just depended on how much their bill was,
I've people that are on the side with signs. Now I'm very selective with that. It says homeless.
Yeah,
And a lot
some
of
of
them
them
are
are scams.
scamming. They're scamming. I watch a guy at Walmart leave, and I had parked way out. I said, "Let me just see what this guy." He got into a Honda Accord. Okay, a Honda Accord. I get it for a Honda Accord. Okay, I was like, "Yeah, scamming." Then again, then the people that do the homeless veteran. Now I'm a veteran, and I know that there's tons of things that the VA offers. So I pulled over and I said, listen, I can take you to the VA. We have a homeless care team. They can give you a voucher for food, put you up, wait for housing, treatment for drug, alcohol addiction, everything. The guy's like, no, I'm okay. I was like, well, then you're really not homeless. And he had a uniform top on.
I think we just lost LB. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen the
So he had a
I've seen the
uniform.
homeless.
He had a uniform top on, and I said, what you have on is called stolen valor, because you're not military. I said, and that is a felony offense. So you need to remove it, or I will call the police on you, because I've had brothers and sisters who died in that uniform, and you can't perpetrate that. So
Right. Yeah, I mean, I've seen the homeless all over. I mean, I was in Vegas, and some of them, they looked like they were legit, and some of them didn't. I mean, the one guy that I knew was legit, he's like, "I'm not gonna lie, I just need a beer." That's the way his
Exactly.
sign
They
was.
want the money.
He wanted his
Uh,
beer. That's all he wanted. And that's what I did. I handed him a beer after I left the store.
That's all he wanted. Well, I'll
Yep.
buy a bag of food. I did that in Walmart. Guy was sitting out there. I bought him a sub, bag with chips, and a bottle of water. He was very grateful
Yep.
For it. You know, it was
Yep.
like
Some of
80
them are
degrees
grateful
out.
for it. Even if you just go to McDonald's, get a couple double cheeseburgers, and just hand it to them. They appreciate that. I mean, I got a friend, Mexican long hair, which is in a whole nother community about
Hmm.
auditing and stuff like that, protecting our rights. And
Right.
he drives around and gives out to the homeless. He gets food from a couple of the places out there. They're like, well, after so long, they have to get rid of it. So instead of throwing it out, they
Hmm.
give it to him. He takes it around and gives it to the homeless. And, him and I just connected because of that. And we've been
These
friends for a couple of years now.
these restaurants waste so much food throwing it out. They
Yep.
waste so much food that could feed an army of people, and it disgusts me sometimes. I'm like, why are you throwing that out? It's not bad, There's nothing wrong with it. You could donate it to a homeless shelter or something, you know. So yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming on, Mark, and I really appreciate you telling your story to everybody. I know that's got to be hard to do, but I'm
I
sure everybody
appreciate
in
you for
here.
having me, and I appreciate everybody for seeing me break out in tears a little bit, but I can't help it.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. And so I have a sign. You got my address and cash. Randy, you're a trip. I love Randy. But yeah, so everybody share this out so that we can get more visibility for Mark, and any channels that you know of, email Mark and let him know, let them know, maybe have him on so he can get more visibility. I think the more visibility that we can get for him, the bigger the community grow.
And
So
my slideshow is going to be coming out on the 1st, and I'm going to email it to everyone I possibly can think of. And if anybody sees it, just download it and share it to your channel. You're more than welcome to. That will definitely make a big difference, and people helping for the last 3 or 4 weeks of getting the raffle up there where the fundraiser up where it needs to be to have a good time in the chat and everything. And it's going to help with the money proceeds to hopefully get us back on our feet to start rebuilding again.
yep, that's exactly. So you
And
stay strong.
also just keep in touch with my channel. Like I said, I have a guy that's building a smoker, and he's going to donate it as a giveaway as far as I know. Hopefully, I think he'll stick to his guns on it. I'm pretty sure he's a man of his word, so that'll be a pretty good giveaway for anybody, whether you're male or female, or you're a homesteader or not.
So is he donating the smoker for Backwoods fundraiser?
I'm not sure yet. I'm waiting for him to get in touch with me. I don't know if he's going to do it on that or if he's going to do a separate one.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
still
have to
waiting.
check it out too. And I may do the separate one because it may bring in a little more because a lot of people want to drown. So
Right. And
maybe
if anybody's that's connected with me, just go to my channel, go to my lives, and find the fire and medical disaster video and watch that one. Then you'll know the whole situation pretty much. I mean, there is some new updates on all that, but you'll get a good idea of everything. And make sure if you listen to it all the way through, because I do break down and everything in there, and you understand a little bit more about everything.
It's
All right,
okay.
thanks, LB. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, Mark, for coming up and telling your story. And everybody, please reach out to him. His link is pinned on the top. And I think everybody. Oh, okay. Belly said, try not to self promote. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, don't worry about that. You guys can drop your links. Nothing, no problem with that. No, because you know what? You're all part of the community, so that's what we're here for, to share each
Beltloop's
other.
Beltloop's got a good channel. He's a heck of a guy. Double Dog is too, and they'll help everybody out as much as they possibly can if it's doable.
Absolutely.
Like I said, when it comes to the fundraising part, it gets pretty tough. I mean, the biggest thing you can do, without getting involved into the whole situation as much as I have and some of them guys have, is just, on your channel, just promote what is happening. Whether you do it every day, you just talk about it, that's going to help. Without talking about it, the info don't get out there.
Absolutely. Yes, definitely. So, Mark, you stay strong. Okay. You're strong.
All right. Thank you
This is
so
community. If you ever wanted to talk or anything, just email me. I don't care if you're just ranting,
much. Right.
Okay. Get it
I
off
don't do
your
too much
chest.
ranting.
Well,
I don't do
get
too
it off
much
your
ranting.
chest. Don't keep it in. We're all here for you.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right, Mark. Have a good day.
Yep,
Everybody
thanks,
else.
everybody.
Everybody else have a wonderful day too. Randy, you know who Devil Dog is. All right. My mama is going to hit me when I get upstairs. So let me get her errands run. So thank you everybody for coming in and supporting Mark. So I will be getting all the information for the drone. I got to email JJ about some information on it. Okay. Thanks everybody for coming in. I will talk to everybody later. Ciao.